Three, two, one. Hey, what's up, everybody? Was the game is back, and I have a really good friend. He's one part of the Rebel Gaming Club, Mosley Volp. Woo! What's up, Mo?
Yeah, not much, guys. We're just gonna play some fucking Nintendo, talk some shit about some stuff, christen this fucking stream with a fresh tall boy here after I kill this dude, and
Fuck
hopefully
yeah,
we're not gonna suck too much right here at Jaws. Seems a good warm up. You ever
yeah,
fuck with this game?
yes. Fucking Jaws. My childhood hatred.
Yeah, dude. Still the only horror movie I think that's ever left lasting trauma on me. You know?
Oh, definitely. I mean, as you say, oh god, I still remember
Like,
my parents are like, "Don't watch this movie. Don't watch this movie." I'm like, "You guys are watching it, yeah, but don't look."
shit. My parents were always renting stuff like that for us just to fuck us up. I think.
Yeah, it could be. All right, guys. So welcome to everybody. I think we have one watcher. so this is going to be like a it could be a new series on my channel or on Mosley's channel, as he wishes. But we're going to be talking about fucking metal and gameplay. Mosley's going to be doing gameplay. I'll be talking about heavy metal.
Yeah, sounds like a good
Oh,
time. What's that?
oh, who just joined? Hey, what's up, dude?
Hey,
Oh shit, it's Kroll. What's up, buddy?
how you doing?
Kroll's good dude to talk with about some metal. So
Yeah, fucking right. Thanks for having you. Thanks for joining.
yeah, thanks for having me, dude. Fucking
It was a pleasure. I love having you.
we were actually just Dave asked me not long ago what I thought of the Motley Crue documentary that came out as a companion for The Dirt. And Kroll is actually a massive Motley Crue fan. I believe you've been many a times quoted as saying they're your favorite band.
Yeah.
And I can vouch for that over the years. He definitely has always repped the Crue shit. What did you think of the documentary and The Dirt? Because I know
I
you
thought it
probably
was
watched both.
yeah, I read the book and I read the movie and I think they did a great job. Obviously they had to leave a lot out from the book, but what they could they got in there and they did a great job. I love the actors. They felt like they were the people. It was pretty phenomenal. I was really surprised at the job they did with it and what they got away with.
Oh yeah, it was like one of those great irreverent sort of fucking comedies that's just full of debauchery and insanity. You know, it definitely, especially if you grew up in like the '90s era of comedy. I think that The Dirt was a fun movie, whether you liked the band or not.
Yeah,
Um,
I've even told people that I know don't like metal to watch it because it was just a really good movie.
Now, this isn't a slight at necessarily the entire band of Motley Crue or how much I like them regardless. You know, they're one of the few hair metal bands that I will listen to anytime. But I have a hard time with like documentary stuff on them anymore because definitely there is like a sanitized element of it from the band. Not necessarily that they sanitize out the dirty stuff that we already know about, but you know, when you start reading about like Nikki Sixx suing motherfuckers that try to write like articles about Motley Crue and shit, Guns N' Roses has bad reputation of doing that too. It just makes me nervous. You know, you kind of got to take what they're telling you with a grain of salt. With something like fucking, The Dirt, the movie, it's obviously there's some creative liberties taken there because I'm sure they couldn't even remember half of that shit in detail if they were, pressed to, right? But like, I just don't know about documentaries about it anymore. I think that most of us that are fans of the band probably know all the shit that they're going to ever release to us, anyways. And the other stuff's probably just going to get stopped by some type of legal injunction crap
Yeah,
of not being able to do anything that's unauthorized by the band.
like I thought it was strange that Pamela Anderson wasn't mentioned at all, but it must be because she didn't want to be mentioned, so they
Yeah,
had to leave it out. Because that
exactly.
was a big part of Motley Crue and Tommy Lee's life was Pamela Anderson. She's basically the Yoko Ono of fucking Motley Crue.
I
Sorry.
think though, I mean, we'd probably be surprised to learn the amount of stuff like that that goes on with some of those bigger bands. The example I used with to Dave was Ozzy. You don't really see Ozzy sanitizing anything because that motherfucker can't remember 90% of it anyways, and he doesn't give a shit.
Yeah.
Uh, But you know, definitely bands like GNR and Motley Crue have been guilty of that stuff, and it just makes you wonder, you know, what other sort of douchebag stories are out there that, I mean, because Motley Crue's fine with you knowing the filthy shit if it makes them look cool, but other stuff gets kind of glazed over.
Well, there
In
was
a lot
stuff
of
from the
ways.
dirt that I was like, wow. And I'm a huge fan, but I was just like, wow, maybe make me think they were just fucking douchebags. Because there was a few times they definitely were douchebags. I mean, you know, just besides the part where Vince killed someone. I mean, obviously it wasn't done on purpose, but you know, he wasn't drunk like in the movie. He was fucked up on all kinds. It was heroin, coke, crack, like you name it. He fucking had it. You know, he
Yeah.
was fucked up.
Right.
He did not have been behind the wheel at all.
And they did kind of glaze over.
Just as much everyone else's fault as his, because no one fucking checked him and took his keys or anything. Like,
I
you know,
don't think they were in the designated
right,
driver crowd back
right.
then. You know?
Obviously, I'm just saying that
Right? Yeah. There's
a point
shit.
that you know everyone like they should have had somebody like a manager or anybody so I can check in that shit. You know, with the fucking
Right. There's
Well-
some responsibility bared by other people. What's that, Dave?
Oh, definitely. You know, sorry, like Ronald, I agree, but like, come on, if you're the manager for these bands and they're like, hey, fuck you, let me drive and kill people, what are you gonna do? They're paying you.
Yeah, I'd have probably been just as fucked up as them if I'm being honest.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying?
I've been getting those scraps, you know.
Oh, guys! Oh my God, guys, we got some viewers. All right,
Yeah.
I'm gonna read some comments. Ronald, can you see the chat?
No.
Okay, so I'm gonna read them. Shane Am says, "Brother Mo." Um, Wizard Games empty beer can says, "Fuck Kiss." That's all he got to say.
Yeah, Paul Stanley and Gene Simmons are both massive cocktards, unfortunately.
I love Kiss as a band. I love their music, the politics or whatever. I don't even pay attention to it. I just love their music. But
All right, guys, we got a good comment here. Big Debo 72 says, "Trump 2020." Thoughts?
It's all about Vermin Supreme, okay? If you're voting for anybody else, you're already doing it wrong. Look them up. Free ponies for everyone. That's all you need to know. Anybody that's promoting good dental hygiene and giving away free ponies, I'm about. He wears a boot on his head. I'm sure you guys have seen the memes.
Yeah.
I have not, but sounds pretty funny.
I don't really fuck with politics, man. In my view, we're pretty much all screwed anyways. So I'm just hoping that asteroid will strike us sooner rather than later. Give the planet back to the fish or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, true.
Oh,
All right, so,
shit.
what game are you playing right now?
Jaws.
All right.
WWE.
I might get down on some wrestling in a bit. That WCW wrestling is pretty good on here.
This is the WWE Universe app, so it's not really wrestling. I mean, it is, but it's limited. But it's a fun game if you like apps and just want to waste some time. It's pretty fun. I like it, and they look pretty real. They look realistic, and you get to collect all the characters. You get to collect different versions of them. You know, like when they're heel or when they're good or when they're on SmackDown or Raw or whatever. The only one they don't have is Hulk Hogan, which is I'm like, what the hell? But as you brought up to me, it's probably some legal shit with him and whatever. But it sucks not having Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, well,
I'm sure other people have the leg drop, but you know,
it's not that his moves are so awesome. Let's face it, he sucked in the ring, but he was charismatic as a motherfucker. It's just
he was
so iconic, you know. It's so charismatic that he just drew everybody in. You know, he had like 3 movesets. You know what I mean?
He was a giant specimen of a man too, let me tell you. I mean, I don't know how you look so youthful with such a receding hairline, but the dude fucking did it for a long time, you know. That's a good question though. You know, how do you feel about app games, Dave? What are your thoughts on that shit?
Fuck. Don't get me started. Honestly.
I mean, my thoughts on it are this, you know. People like to hate on it because it's sort of a more casual element of gaming, and that's true. I don't necessarily play app games myself just because I'm busy playing like other shit, but I could see if how I was like a middle-aged lady playing some Candy Crush or whatever the fuck might be nice. And app games have came a long way since that shit. It's not just Angry Birds anymore. So I do have to toss
No.
some respect out there into the world of app games, because some of those shits, if they came out on PS Vita or some shit, motherfuckers would be clamoring for them, I think. But the fact that they're app games gives them that stigma, and so they just get kind of written off as app games. And
Dude,
to
they
be
got
fair,
Knights-
most of us.
That's true.
Go ahead.
They got Knights of the Old Republic on app. I get it on my phone. Knights of the Old Republic, one of the best video games ever, was for PC and Xbox and all. I can get it right on my phone and play it if I wanted to. So I mean, they definitely, like you said, came a long way. It's not just Candy Crush and Angry Birds and shit. I don't play that crap. You know, I play.
You can play
some stuff.
motherfucking RuneScape on your phone now, dude.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
you can play all kinds of
came a
shit.
long ass
Zelda,
way.
Pokemon. You can play all that shit on your phone.
Hold on a second here. I gotta see comments. Wizard of Games Empty Beer Can says, play Friday the 13th.
I will get down with some of that. I'd rather play Nightmare on Elm Street. It's just a better game, but I'll play some Friday. Why not?
All right.
I just reviewed Jason Goes to Hell, the Topps comic miniseries they did just last night. It's up on the Comic Club channel now. It's pretty fun. A lot of people hate that movie. I am not one of them. I do realize, though, that there are elements of it that are absolute shit. But, you know, fucking that happens. It was the 9th one. I think, you know, we can forgive him at that point a little bit. I don't know. You ever see Jason Goes to Hell, Dave? Oh, shit. I lose you guys?
I'm still here. And I did not see it.
It's pretty cool, man. Fucking, I mean, for what it is. I get why people were pissed. God damn it, I keep running into the no. This
the last
is bad.
I saw was Jason versus Freddy, and I was pretty ticked about the ending. I think Freddy should have won. I mean, I know they had to do it because they had to have a way to win, and obviously Freddy wasn't going to team with the good guys and take out Jason, so you know they had to do it that way. But and I mean, technically, Freddy was still alive. You saw his hand at the end, but still, it was like, you know, they had Jason win. Like I mean, as much Jason is just a mindless killing machine. You know, fun to watch, but he's just
I never took it that way.
Freddy,
I always took it as it was a draw. Like, you can't really kill Freddy.
Freddy is just fucking awesome. I mean, he's far, he's intelligent, he's funny, he's human. You know, he's just, you know, he's the greatest sicko around. You know.
True, but guys, what do you think about Jason X? Is that the one?
Okay.
Is that the one where like he's in space?
And they chrome him out? Yeah, that was. All right. Hold, let me try to form some words here.
Okay, so
fucking.
All right.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, go. I was gonna say, should we save this for a fucking whole nother stream?
No, I think I could be pretty concise about it. Jason X is fun. It's a beer and popcorn movie. That's it. You know, I would put it in the same category kind of as like Jason Takes Manhattan. I don't know that I anymore think of it as an actual sequel or part of the franchise. It's just sort of them throwing some shit out there. You know, Uber Jason is a really stupid name for it. I never agreed with that, but you know, the outfit was cool. It translates a lot better in comic books, I think. Like, it just felt like one of those sequels, you know, like Leprechaun in space, where it's son of a bitch, I keep getting hit in the shallows, man. Fucking, it's one of those things where it's like, why did you do this to us, and how come we didn't get like Freddy versus Jason yet? Because I was one of those kids that was hyped on that shit. Like, obviously, Jason Goes to Hell was the newest Friday at the time when I was a little kid. And then reading in magazines, you know, like Fangoria and stuff at the time, they were plugging some Freddy versus Jason shit hard because they didn't realize the legal troubles of all of that at first. So we were supposed to get that a lot earlier than we did. And when Jason Goes to Hell came out, it was very evident. Son of a whore. It was very evident that like we weren't getting Jason versus Freddy any fucking time soon, you know.
Yeah.
And so that kind of tinged with disappointment for me right from the get-go. And then it definitely does have that sort of campy fucking son of a bitch. It has that campy sort of just shitty in space sequel feel to it, you know? And just everything about it. Like the marketing shit at the time I probably thought was pretty cool, but looking back on it now and hearing like the Drowning Pool song and the trailer and shit, it's like a carnival movie or some shit, you know? Like it was just
Yeah.
made to draw people in and pay some money for the mask, you know, because
Mm.
they were going to do it at that point. There was like 9 of the movies out. Um,
Go.
thankfully, it's not a direction they continued with the movies. I don't know. How do you guys feel about it?
I I didn't really know a lot about it, so I can't really comment. I was much more of a Nightmare on Elm Street fan, than Jason. They just kind of got just weird with it.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, then we didn't get nothing forever until Freddy vs. Jason. Then we got a pretty good remake. But what are your thoughts on it, Dave?
I mean, fuck. When that movie came out, I was in love with this girl, okay? And like we went to go see the movie. We were holding hands. We're like, oh my god, Dave, you're the best. And like we saw that movie, and like after that, I think she fucking what did she tell me? She's like, you sick, twisted fuck, you like this kind of movies. And
See, I
like
was just thinking it was super romantic, thinking you holding that
Yeah, I
girl's
have
hand
too.
while he's swinging those bitches against the tree in the
yeah,
sleeping bag.
exactly.
Like,
That's what I thought.
that's
You
what
know?
I'm talking about.
Like,
That's
she's
good
like,
first date.
disgusting. I forget what she called me.
Well, fuck,
Yeah.
dude. If you were to judge me based on the shit that I'm into on this side, you'd probably think I was a fucking serial murderer or something, you know. But
He does
it's
live in
hobby.
Oregon, people, so watch out.
I got no place to hide bodies
I was
here.
hoping there's plenty of places to hide bodies in Oregon.
It's just, I think that's stupid to judge somebody based on liking movies. Who doesn't like a scary movie from time to time?
Well, there's some people that don't, but still, if you don't like it, you don't like it. Who cares if other people like it? I hate when people judge you on, oh, you must be depraved, sick lunatic because you like this or that. It's like, what? It's entertainment. It's just, I mean,
what sense does that make? I didn't make the fucking movie.
Exactly.
If I did, I'd be proud of it.
It's not
a
based on a true
movie.
story. We're not seeing fucking Jason really fucking killing people.
Yeah, exactly.
I've had people leave my house mad before because of movies that they've asked me to put on,
You've told me that.
Like, okay, let's scrap crowds for the moment. Fucking, you don't come to somebody's house that's like into horror movies and say, put on the most fucked up movie you have, and then get mad because they put on a fucked up movie. You know?
Yeah, I mean,
you ask me that, I'm digging to the back of the collection and I'm getting the filthiest piece of shit that I have. Just because I want to see your reaction to it, then because you asked, and with all 3 times that's happened to me, that was the case. They wanted to watch a fucked up movie, so I put it in. And then they're like, this movie's fucked up. It glorifies rape. And it's like, well, I don't know. I mean, the guy got his dick chopped off, so that seems like proper comeuppance. And, it's more of a cautionary tale than it is like glorifying anything. But again, I didn't make it, so why are you mad at me?
Exactly. Oh, hold on, guys. I have to read the chat. All right, we got Sparkle Lace. Mo, are you wearing a Pisces shirt?
Am I wearing a what?
Pisces shirt?
Pisces? Like some.
I think he's.
Oh, pieces. Yeah.
Yes.
That's it right there, boy.
Yeah, sorry.
Damn.
Oh.
It's a good movie. Oh, well, I wouldn't say good. It's a fun movie. I do like that the tagline though. You don't have to go to Texas for a chainsaw massacre. That's probably one of the classiest things about it, right there.
Oh, Chris Lovehack says, Dave, when you were at the movies with that girl, did you do the popcorn bucket trick? No, actually, I don't even think I think I got my first fucking pube when I was with her. So
Well, there's where you went wrong, Dave. If you'd done that, she'd have been distracted and not thought you were such a sick fuck.
Right. She'd be too busy, having some popcorn, wink, wink.
Wiggling the weasel down there in that fucking buttery bucket.
Yeah.
I don't know. You guys ever like sneak into movies or have your parents buy you tickets to like R-rated movies?
Oh,
Oh
and
yeah.
like buy 2 and then leave you in there or whatever, so you could
Well-
feel independent.
Well, I did, but it wasn't a horror movie. It was, my first one was Steven Seagal, Out for Justice.
Fucking
I was like 16, I think, and
that's one of my favorite
my
beer
mother's
movies
like,
of all
my mother
time.
didn't like martial arts, and she's just like, it was my birthday, and she's like, here, pay the ticket, let me go in and just sit and watch it.
Dude, one of the best parts of that movie is when they're cruising and on the soundtrack it's playing "No Sleep Till Brooklyn."
Brooklyn! Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I love when when he goes up to this apartment, and one guy jumps in front of him and he just shoots him, and then the other guy just jumps out the window and he comes back downstairs and he's like, "What happened?" He says, "Well, one thought he was Superman, and the other thought he could fly."
I love that part where that fucking lady cuts those guys off, like those, I don't know if you'd call them gangsters, those drug dealer guys, and that fucking main dude just goes and pulls her ass out of the car by her hair and blows her fucking brains out, like right there in the intersection.
Oh,
Yes,
shit.
think buck. I
bitch.
can't talk to you anymore. No.
What were you gonna say, Dave? You sounded like you had something profound to
Oh
share.
no,
with
I just said,
everyone.
oh shit, yeah. All right, so guys, how's the gameplay going?
It's horrible. I keep getting stuck in the shallows. It's one of those days, you know. Must be something in the tide pushing me towards the rocks. I don't understand it.
Hmm.
I was about to give up, but then I'm figuring that's gonna make me look like a bitch. So we're we're gonna go ahead and reset this in a minute and
All right,
just
cool.
have at it again.
All right, so like Bo, we were talking about Metallica before we went live. Thoughts? There you go. That's my man. Let up smoke.
Metallica was great before they sold out.
Continue.
Yeah, I mean, where would you say they sold out? Because I know you're a fan of like the Black Album.
Yeah,
so.
exactly. I personally have a little further threshold than most people because some people are like, Injustice for All or whatever. I'd go. I actually like this symphony. I mean, it was different.
Oh, S&M?
It
That was a
definitely-
good one.
Yeah, it wasn't really Metallica, but it was cool. It was a nice blend of like
I had
classical
that
music and metal.
fucking big double set of S&M where it came like the 2 tapes and it looked like a VHS
Yeah,
almost.
so I'd say there, like once
Oh.
Garage Days was the worst piece of shit, and honestly, I
No,
haven't really
Steve.
listened to anything since then.
Here's the thing.
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
Garage
whoa,
Days,
what? Yeah, go ahead.
you hit it up, Dave. I'll let you take points on
No,
that.
I was gonna say Garage Days. I mean, like, why? Why do people hate it, and why do some people love it?
Well, okay. I would say the difference is, but it's a point of view thing when you go into Garage Days. A lot of people were unaware of the fact that it was going to be a covers album, for one thing.
Yeah,
So you go into it assuming you're going to hear Metallica songs. But what you get really is like an awesome, really fucking wholesome tribute to the type of shit they were shredding when they were a band up and coming. And, there was a point when Metallica had like 4 original songs and the rest of the shit they were playing during a set was covers.
right. I mean,
That's like how
all
any
bands
band
got like that
does,
way.
so.
You know,
I've always really loved Garage Days because of that. Or does Metallica style necessarily suit every one of those covers?
no. I
But
mean,
it's
I like
really
the
cool to
versions of
see
some of the songs, like "Turn the
Right.
Page" and
Stone Cold Crazy. That's a fucking
I mean,
classic.
there's some good covers.
Am I Evil?
If they had, I don't know, maybe marketed better,
Are
that
any of
this
those
is-
on Garage Days 1 or are those all on Garage Days Revisited?
I don't even
Who
know.
fucking cares? Same
Yeah.
difference. It's just them giving a nod to the music they used to fuck with, and I liked the diversity in the taste. Like, I never would have known about Diamond Head if it wasn't for Metallica. So,
Yeah.
just different little things like that really I enjoyed about it. And I think most people would enjoy, well, like he just said, there is tracks he enjoys. I think people were just expecting an actual Metallica album.
Right.
And
I mean, if they marketed, this is us going back to when we were in the garage doing covers, here's our covers, like just marketed it that way, it would have been a whole lot different. Like people would have known what they expect, wouldn't have been expecting this and got this. They would, and I would have been all for it. I would have been all right, cool,
I mean, I guess you could argue to a point they did, but they did it in that way where you had to be in on the thing. Like, I don't think they were like nowadays they would come out and be like, in my head, I imagine one of those like, call this number for 40 classics by Metallica. You know, we got shit from
yeah.
Thin Lizzy up on this, but you know, fucking
Oh.
it's
Sorry, guys. Captain G, have a good night. Thanks for tuning in. Shane Adams says, yeah, Metallica sold out every seat in fucking stadium.
well, you could argue that too, okay?
They
Because
do. That is true. I mean,
Metallica's been smart enough to pepper in all those classics that you would come to see Metallica for, in with all the shit, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, they're saying that they sold
you're-
out. I would still go see Metallica because most likely they're not really going to play any of that shit that they know people hate, and they're going to play some of the classic shit. Or even if they might play one or two of those songs, you know, so it'll still be a good show. Still be a lot better than some of the other shows that are out there. So yeah, I mean, but
Well,
Metallica just had.
Well,
Metallica could have been the fucking best metal band ever, and you know they
uh,
were for me for a while, but they just kind of blew
okay.
it as far as that
No,
goes.
no, Ronald, think about this. What if Cliff Burton never died in that fucking bus
Metallica
accident?
Yeah.
Mosley, what do you think?
Metallica'd still be a thrash band for one thing.
I mean,
I'm pretty sure
yeah.
it wouldn't be some radio dad on a Harley rock. It would be fucking. It'd be some straight up dirty fucking like denim clad thrash, and they might have fucking, you know. But he is just one element in the band too. I think a lot of us that worship that period of Metallica forget that it was always a democracy in that band, really.
Mm.
So chances are they eventually would have went the short hair and Oakley's route, but we might have gotten like two more solid thrash albums. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean,
What
like,
the fuck was with that fucking stupid video? What the "Give Me Fuel, Give Me Fire" one? It's not the one where they're in that stupid thing that's spinning around.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
trash.
The song is decent, you know, but the video is just doesn't do it. Like you said, it's just
Dude,
like,
when I
what?
hear that song, "Give me fuel, give me fire, give me that which I desire,"
Yeah,
Mountain Dew,
that was-
Rockstar, fucking, you know, I just see like all
Yeah.
this bro shit coming at me.
Oh, I can see it definitely for like
Guys
wrestling,
in
like
fucking
watching a
Hurley
pay-per-view
t-shirts
or
and
something.
Yeah.
Like Jimmy Fuel has some great
Terrible.
is a great song, and they could have done so much with a video for it, and they just
It makes me think of those
ruined.
guys that always wear tap out gear but have never fought an MMA match. You know,
Jesus Christ.
what the fuck Fuel makes me think of.
True. All right, guys. Sorry, I got to read some comments in the group, in the chat. All right, so we got okay. Shannon says, hating Metallica is just cool. Thing these days about Metallica. Okay, I think I've heard that before. All right, okay, says Metallica makes all their cash playing for rich boomers. What do you think about that, guys?
It's probably true. They overcharge for tickets now. It's not feasible for your average teenager to go to a fucking show that's at that high of a price point. You might as well be the fucking Eagles when you're charging more than $100. Like nobody wants to come except for some old farts that fucking have fond memories of like riding around in their stupid pickup truck with a Saint Anger fucking thing. I don't know what the fuck their deal is.
Saint Anger.
There's no reason
that is not Metallica.
ever.
That is not Metallica. That right there. It may have the label Metallica. That shit is not Metallica. That is just. Oh my god. That is. Just,
that was fucking horseshit.
It has the right
that was
name
shoving,
because I was literally angry as fuck when I heard it. And the worst thing about it is I would change the station. Like there was one station that was playing like every song from it, and I heard like two, and I'm like, okay, I'm done. And then I switched the station, and it would be another song from Saint Anger. Like every station was playing it, and I was like, wow, this shit sucks, and every radio station playing it.
Well, it's like I was telling Dave earlier, man. Fucking Saint Anger hit like when I think I was either a sophomore or a junior in high school. And that's when every fucking redneck with a big pickup truck all of a sudden had like the Metallica sticker on the back of it next to their Godsmack sticker or whatever. And fucking
Godsmack is fucking awesome. I love Godsmack.
Oh well, we'll discuss that in a minute. But fucking, you know, I've never ever as a kid thought about shooting up the school like lethally, but stuff like that, hearing those dudes blasting it in the parking lot every lunch break will make you consider coming with a paintball gun full of pepper rounds. You know? Get the fuck out of here, you know? Nobody wants this. Fucking.
You didn't even know what Metallica was fucking 2 days ago.
But there's definitely a few of those bands that are guilty of the playing for rich boomers thing. I think Judas Priest falls in that category. Iron Maiden, like a lot of those bands now that are, they're basically the Eagles, dude. When it's $150 for a ticket, what fucking teenager can afford that?
Well,
Yeah.
I don't know about where you're at, but they have like it used to be Great Woods. I don't even know what the name is now, but it's basically they have like lawn seats, and you can still go for like 10-12 bucks or whatever, dude. Like you can still go for super cheap, and
True.
all those bands will play there. So I don't know
But
where
lawn
they.
seats suck dick. Like,
Oh, of course they
I
do.
always snuck out of them, you know?
I'm
I'd
just
pay for
saying.
lawn seats at Ozfest every year, and then I'd just sneak into the box seats because half the time they're unused. Like, some fucking rich old asshole bought them and fucking doesn't care to go.
Yeah. All
So
right,
the seat
Mo.
just goes unused.
So, sorry, guys. We have some comments in the chat. All right. Okay. It says, did you guys hear about the new Creepshow TV series?
Yeah, Greg Nicotero's doing the effects, it sounds like, and it sounds like he's going to be directing some of the episodes, I think, and I have high hopes for it. Of course, there's going to be the people that are pissed it's not just the original one, but that's like on. You can go fucking watch that online if you really want to. I think it's cool to see it come back. I think stuff like Black Mirror has really brought back that sort of episodic anthology type shit, and I'd like to see more of that come horror's way, if that makes sense. You
Yeah.
got shows that sort of do it. Like I think American Horror Story, which oddly I've not fucked with, I think they sort of do where each season's like its own thing, and I think that show Slasher does that. I just like to see more anthology stuff come back. I'm a big fan of like Tales from the Crypt, the comics, the TV show, you know, Tales from the Dark Side, Night Gallery, Twilight Zone, Outer Limits, all that kind of stuff. So
Yes.
yeah,
Outer Limits.
they want to do more of that. I'm always going to be for that, you know. You got to think with these reboots, even if it sucks, you have that chance. Not even a chance. It's like a certainty that half the people that watch it are going to be like, "This is pretty cool for my shitty taste. Maybe I'll go check out the old one," and then their taste will get better because they, you know, watch the original thing. So,
Oh yeah, exactly.
Greg Nicotero being behind it does give me some hope. I don't know about the design of the new Creep. Feels a little try hard when I look at it, but I'm sure it'll be fine once we see him in action, if that makes sense.
Definitely.
I'm just really hoping they keep those animated transition scenes like from the movie. It needs to be all animated, no live action host or any of that bullshit. I just want to be swept away into this weird little comic book world of fucking little horror stories and shit. And if they can
Yeah.
pull that off, I'm down.
All right, guys. I'm gonna go take a piss break. I'm gonna let my lovely guest continue the stream, and I'll be back in about 2-3 minutes. If
Well,
that's
hopefully.
good with you, Bo. Oh, Shane Adams says Saint Anger sucks. Only album I hate. The rest is good. From Kill 'Em All to Hardwired to Self Destruct.
Check it out. I'm gonna feed myself to the shark right now.
Yeah.
But all right.
Jump the shark. All right, guys.
We
I'll be back
gotta
in like.
reset this shit anyways. We fucked up. We done fucked up multiple times.
All right, so all right, guys. Here's some gameplay. I'll be back in 2 minutes.
Train that lizard, boy.
Yeah.
Aim true. I'm sure your lady isn't looking forward to finding remnants of that later. You know what I mean? You don't want her yelling at you in French. I heard that shit earlier.
His lady is French.
Well, yeah, he lives up in Canada. So
Yeah, he added an accent.
they were throwing some language love down in here earlier. It was pretty good.
Eh?
I don't hear too much of that. My family's from a different part of Canada, and I grew up in a different part. But my little cousins and shit did French immersion in school, so occasionally
Yep.
you hear some French.
My grandma was from Nova Scotia.
So I don't know. I'm not actually even sure how to see the fucking chat here. How do I do that? Let me look
Well,
here.
can't ask me because I haven't seen it.
I've never really done this shit till I started doing it with Dave. So
Oh wait, it says chat to list all available comments. Enter /
I ain't trying to
Question
fuck
mark?
with that. Leave those comments down there, guys. Dave will read them when he gets back.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. Fuck, I have to just play Jaws. Throw an NES game out there, Crow. Would you like to see me fuck with it right now? I'll mess around on it.
Mike Tyson's Punch Out. I used to love
Christ.
eating the hell out of Mike Tyson.
Fortunately, I kind of suck at Punch Out, but
Come on,
I'll
man.
give it
Look, dance like a butterfly, sing like a bee. I have not played this game in literally over 20 years, and I still haven't forgotten that.
Oh shit, I got a burp that's stuck. So come on, will it out of me, guys. I need some support here. Hold those hands up. Give me that fucking energy like when Goku makes the spirit bomb or whatever the fuck. There we go.
There we go. Yeah,
Thank you.
we did.
Appreciate it. In case you guys are wondering how I'm fucking with these games, might as well just kick this bitch out here. Show you guys what's going on. I'm sure you've seen him before. Stone Age Gamer won't shut the fuck up about the stuff. EverDrives are your friends. So snag one up if you can. It's definitely a good investment. I've got one for every cartridge-based system that I own. And never once, yeah, exactly. Never once have I regretted the purchase. You could try so many games before you have to fucking buy them. And I have definitely added a ton of games to my collection. Like, you might think that it would make you do the opposite, where you're not really fucking buying games because you can just play them all on here, but you can test games and be like, yes, this is fucking sick. I'm totally willing to spend 30, 40, whatever the fuck on it to get it in the collection. So, worth picking up. I think right now I'll just go ahead and ignore Mike Tyson because I suck at that shit.
If you have trouble with Glass Joe, you don't want to go up against Mike Tyson.
No, I can get I think I can get up to the hippo dude pretty consistently, and then usually past him. You just gotta punch him in his belly button or whatever. But
Super Macho Man, it took me forever to get past him. I would get the 3 twists very easily, but when he did the 7 twist punch, oh my, that would get me so I would get so frustrated. But I finally got past it, and then I get to Mike Tyson, and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna beat this bitch. He hits me once and knocks me out. I'm like, what? Like, what do you mean? I just got knocked out. Like, wow. And they made the game kind of realistic because, Mike Tyson's known for that, just knocking motherfuckers out. And he did.
I feel bad for is Mr. Dream. The dude that came after Mike when they lost the license. Poor Mr. Dream.
What happened?
Because, they, put out Punch-Out after they lost the Mike Tyson's license, right?
Oh, is that why Punch-Out came out? I thought it was just like I don't know, just like a copy, but without the Mike Tyson one, No,
as far as I know, I mean, I've got Mike Tyson's Punch-Out, but as far as I know, yeah, it's Punch-Out with Mr. Dream or whatever the fuck.
I don't even know who that is. Yeah, I never actually played Punch-Out. I had seen it, and I was like, oh, that's not Mike Tyson's. I don't want to mess with it. I didn't even know it was like the same thing.
I'm sure there's some nerd on fucking YouTube with black rimmed glasses that has done a whole history of Punch Out. So
probably
get out there and check that out. I don't know. Fucking, it's the same game though. I think if it's the same game, then fuck it. Like, yeah, fighting Mike Tyson is kind of the motivation though. I would imagine.
Yeah, I mean, I bought that game, and like I said, I remember after you beat him, you get a special code that lets you go right to him. And I remember going into the store. It was called Child World. Obviously, it was a toy store, and they actually had a TV set up with a Nintendo system sitting on it. This was way back in the late '80s, early '90s era, and so they didn't have any fancy machines. It was just a TV with a Nintendo. But I remember they had Mike Tyson's Punch-Out sitting there, and I stepped up and I threw in the code for Mike Tyson. And
hold up. Do you think that they're plugging us into some Matrix thing nowadays? They're still just kiosks. It's just a TV with the console.
I know, but I'm just saying it wasn't like
they're
a
not
fancy.
Jacking us in back there.
I was just saying it wasn't like a fancy thing. It was just a regular TV that you get at home with a Nintendo system. It wasn't built in or anything.
Fucked with Super Nintendo and Nintendo 64 versions. Those I was a little too young for the NES kiosks.
So, I punch in the code to Mike Tyson. All of a sudden, a kid goes, he's fighting Mike Tyson. All of a sudden, the whole store just flooded around me. Like it was just like 20 kids flooded around me. I was like 16, and they were all some of my age or a little younger or whatever. But they're all watching me, and I'm like, all right, I better make Mike Tyson eat some his teeth. All these people watching me, so I did. I got out there. I was dodging everything perfectly, and hitting the hell out of him, and got the TKO. You can't get a knock on Mike Tyson. It just can't happen. So I got the TKO and won the match, and everyone was happy watching it. It was fun.
Oh, I bet, dude. That's pretty fucking savage. Too. You went in there with your little Mike Tyson code to flex and fucking show those kids up at the store.
Well, I mean, I just went to the store to look at what they had.
Did you have it on hand, like in your wallet?
Yeah, I just happened to. I just had the code with me because I used to go to a friend's house that had Nintendos or whatever, and it took a lot to get that code. So it's like prized possession, And I look and I see. Oh my God, here's a store and they have Mike Tyson's Punch Out. It's like perfect. Let me beat up some Mike Tyson here.
So, since we're about to fight Michael Jackson on this game, maybe you guys could throw out your favorite MJ songs. You guys think
Thriller.
You guys down with the King?
Smooth Criminal.
Pop and possibly Cock.
Yeah. Thriller is definitely one of his best. I mean, that video is hands down like just awesome. I mean, it's almost like a mini movie in itself.
Yes. Same dude, if I remember right, too, that did the effects for American Werewolf in London.
Yeah, so. Yeah, it was. Yeah, he went on out. He didn't like.
Oh, really?
Rick, Rick Baker.
Was it really?
Yep, Rick Baker.
Michael Jackson went all out when he did that video. He didn't hold anything back. He made a quality. They do lists of greatest videos of all time.
Well, and think about that.
That's one every time.
Sought that out shows that he was like a horror movie nerd. The fact that he did all that shit with Sega, like putting his game with them and doing the Sonic soundtrack, he was like a video game and horror movie nerd. Yeah. I'm pretty sure, as much as like I'm not the hugest fan of his music, I probably could have spent an afternoon smoking fucking blunts and drinking beers with that dude.
Especially if you're a little younger. Yeah. Oh,
that's good stuff.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean, like fucking. It's pretty rad. MJ was a rad dude. I don't know if I believe all that stuff.
I mean, things get blown out of proportion, and because he's a huge celebrity, people like they want to villainize people, for no reason.
I mean, if he was gonna fuck anybody, Macaulay Culkin would have been the one. And I honestly, at first I was like, he's not gonna admit to that because why would he admit publicly to being like, diddled by Michael Jackson? But then you think about it, Macaulay Culkin's pretty filthy these days, Yeah. I actually kind of like the cut of that dude's jib. Like, he's grown up to be a good, fucking awesome dirtbag of a guy that I can really relate to.
Yeah, fuck. Yeah.
I honestly don't think that Macaulay would I don't think Mac wouldn't tell us if he was diddled by that fucking weird China doll of a human being.
No, you know what? Yeah, he probably wasn't. In all honesty, like, he was at fucking Never Land Ranch, whatever. What's it called?
Neverland.
Yeah, like
I don't think he couldn't call it Neverland because he gets probably sued.
Yeah,
true. I don't think he did it. I mean, I don't know. What do you guys think?
I think it's one of those things, dude, where just it was such an easy shot, right? Like, nowadays, we're starting to see more of that stuff where there is genuine fucking people coming out that have been fucking abused. And I'm all for those people having justice or whatever, or like being recognized and listened to. But I think there's definitely, with those people comes the fucking charlatans that are trying to take everyone for a ride and get some fucking Skrilla on the side, And definitely. It's been proven. Look at Enzo Amore in WWE. He got fucking accused all that bullshit by that crazy bitch and got fired because it's right there in their WWE contracts. If you're even accused, you're done.
That was fucked up.
No foul on WWE. They're protecting their shit. But it got proven that girl was like some crazy cat lady that got obsessed with him on Twitter. They'd never even met before. And she was able to go through this whole thing of filing criminal charges and starting a lawsuit and getting him fucking removed from the WWE roster. He had to make a shitty rap song to try and stay relevant. It was horrible. And
Yeah, fuck.
I didn't know about the rap song.
Yeah, it was.
It's worth seeing, though.
Oh yeah.
But it's just, there's definitely the fucking the shucksters going around trying to take advantage of that shit.
Well, a lot of people with Michael Jackson, a lot of people were like, "Oh, why is he hanging around kids?" It's pretty. If you're even a little inkling of psychology, it's pretty easy to tell. He had a shitty childhood. He got beat by his father. I mean, been plenty of documentaries about it. He grew up in a family, with entertainment. He never had a real childhood. Probably didn't have friends and everything. So he wanted to experience that. He
let's put it this way.
The kids and it doesn't mean he was doing anything wrong with the kids.
Right. Let's put it this way. I think he was more of a Willy Wonka than a Willy Wanka, if that makes sense. I think he was just an eccentric dude that wanted to relive the childhood he didn't get with those fucking kids.
Exactly.
Well, that's it. That's like what Ronald just said. Yeah. I mean, everyone's like Michael Jackson. He's a pervert.
I mean, I tell the jokes because it's just funny to do. But
no, dude, it's all good. I mean, but you gotta think, Ronald just said, Michael Jackson grew up with nothing. His fucking father beat the shit out of him.
Yeah, if you believe that movie, he was friends with the fucking mouse for a while.
Yeah, I mean, think about it, guys. If you had a shit childhood and you grew up to be a fucking billionaire.
Why wouldn't you relive your childhood?
Exactly. I mean, what would you do? I mean, probably me personally, I wouldn't invite little kids to my place, but still, whatever. I mean,
I might, I mean, see,
yeah.
Fucking, I've heard of people in the gaming community getting fucking in trouble. Not necessarily in trouble, but okay, for example, my buddy tried to set up a Mario Kart night in his apartment complex, and he went around putting fucking posters up and giving posters, flyers, and giving flyers to kids. And people got upset thinking it was a pedo thing, and it's motherfucker, I invited everybody to the barbecue to do the Mario Kart. Why is that? So I think a lot of people just have that on the brain too.
Well,
honestly,
there you go. That's welcome to fucking the era of YouTube and 2019. Welcome to the internet. I mean, it's a shame now. I mean,
I don't think there's any reason I couldn't advertise a camp out for the kids and fucking for the neighborhood kids where I'm just gonna get drunk and show them the Burbs on VHS and then play fucking stupid Nintendo games with them while they pass out in tents and I pass out on a pallet in my fucking driveway. Yeah. I did that on 4th of July and it was shortly before and it was fucking awesome, man. I think you probably saw the Facebook pictures, dude. I had a little camp out there with my nephews and shit. And the whole neighborhood was out there at one point playing Nintendo, and it was fucking cool.
That's awesome. Guys, I'm sorry. We have another guest. Ninja Kitten, Danny. Hi.
Hey, girl.
Hey, Danny.
She joined in, we're ignoring her.
I'm sorry.
I just said hello to her when she came in.
Hey,
Hi,
up,
sorry, it was cutting out really
I actually said hello.
Anything you said, Dave.
No, it's all good. I mean, this is a test stream for me and fucking Mo, and we're talking about heavy metal and gameplay.
Nice.
And most of our conversations, it just evolves into random topics.
Yeah.
So welcome.
And now we're talking about pedophiles.
I believe I caught Michael Jackson, and then something about pedophiles, and yeah.
So what's your thoughts on the MJ thing? You think he was saving the whales, or you think he was diddling kids? What's going on? I remember that fucking little ad before Free Willy on VHS where he'd be like, "Show no," or whatever. That's adopt a whale.
I don't know. Cause he did grab his crotch quite often. And make really high pitched.
Well, so did Elvis.
It was his own crotch. He
grabbed other people's crotch.
Yeah, kind of like it's kind of like he's saying, "Yeah, see what I got here? Yeah."
But he could have stayed to the women too.
All right,
Dude,
guys.
that
Sorry to
guy
cut you
was
off.
not firing for chicks, okay?
Or
You don't make
guys.
No,
yourself
definitely
look like
not.
a porcelain Peter Pan if you're looking for women. He was
But-
at
guys-
least a cock pirate. He might not have been touching little kids, but he was definitely stoking some stogies, if you know what I mean.
True.
Hey
All right,
man,
guys.
he might
I
have
don't
been
want to cut
pulling
you
a
guys
Pee
off.
Wee
I have.
Herman for all we know.
Yeah, Pee Wee Herman, my fucking idol. All right, guys. Sorry, I have to read a comment. Wizard Games Empty Beer Cat says, Dave, you ever pull a slay move when in high school? Slip a finger in a bitch's a-hole while pee popping a bitch.
Well, what?
Hey,
Pea popping?
Um, yeah, pee
What?
popping.
Is that like something we're gonna have to Urban Dictionary right now? You want
Uh,
to throw a fucking definition after that, bud? What is that?
Yeah,
What
that's
is
a good.
that?
I don't know, but I'm curious now.
Careful what you read on the internet.
yeah,
Most
tell
of
me
it.
about it.
Hey,
My
Retro
God,
Gamer, what's up?
see, 2 girls, 1 cup.
Well, let's
Still not
just
certain that was real. Sorry,
let
Danny.
let's just say the other day I found out what a quadruple anal was. So
I don't know what that is, but yeah.
I'm still
Yes,
trying. I'm
Daddy,
still
can you
trying
tell
to
us?
figure. I'm still trying to figure out how it's humanly possible.
I'm trying to right now.
Yeah.
Do you fan out like the seeds of a
I
like
don't
the petals of
know.
a flower? I don't understand
I can never
Triple
how
is
that
kind of
works.
hard.
video.
But quadruple, yeah, that's just, I don't see it.
You gotta have like a little midget, dude. I think that you're over here like helping out or something. I don't understand how that.
I have no
What?
idea, but I was.
Oh,
but
Retro
I could
Gamer, what's up,
never.
man? You all
I
right?
could never find a video to be able to tell me what the hell it was. I was
I
just
mean,
like, huh?
I mean, hold on.
Why would you? Could you? Oh my God, she's gonna stand up and just shit herself.
Right?
And it's gonna
What the
land
hell?
like a fucking cow patty. It's not even gonna be like a normal
Right?
shit. It's just gonna and it's gonna be that perfect fucking cow patty like you
That-
see coming up.
No, like why would you want to do that?
I gotta step away and rock a piss right now, but let's
All
keep
right.
up this train of thought. I like this.
You're the best.
Going in a good direction right now.
One second here. Retro Gamer 86, come on, man. What's up? You want the link? Join. All right, so guys, what do you think about the the first episode of Mo and Dave talks metal and fucking gameplays?
It sounds like we were talking about like almost near impossible sex moves.
Well, it started out with metal and
Yeah.
video games. It just kind of moved way away from that.
Well, we were moved away from it when the Michael Jackson conversation came up.
Yeah, we did. Well, Mo was playing a video game where Michael Jackson's in the video game, so that's where Michael Jackson came into the conversation.
Ooh.
Mm.
I wonder. Hey, Dave, can you make the Michael Jackson noise?
Hee.
Oh my shit!
That one, or-
you just made my night. Thank you.
Yeah. Hee.
You gotta grab your crotch when you do that.
Oh, yeah. For Toronto, I definitely did.
That's how you get the high heat. You know? It's like,
That
Yeah.
was fucking great. That was great.
All right, so Daddy, if you okay, thank you for being here. As you know, I'm fucking banned on my fucking main Facebook.
Well, I didn't
Are
even
ya?
know you were.
What, you're banging your nanny on Facebook? I think I fucking misheard all of that. So
totally
Sorry,
misheard that.
I meant to say I'm bagging Fran Drescher. What?
oh, you know that
What?
voice,
As long as
man.
it doesn't talk, you're fine.
Yeah.
Oh, we need Dario in here to do his impression of that guy from fucking Mrs. Doubtfire, where he's like, they ask him if he fucking can make him a lady. He's like, "Honey, I don't think I have the strength." Or what?
Yes!
That
Dario
guy
was
fucking
fucking
rules.
best for that, man. Oh, fuck.
But back to the cow
Oh my
patty
God! You
story.
just
I had
reminded
an
me of the woman
interesting.
from Misery.
Ooh, we'll get back to that. That when she hobbles him, my God. Isn't her name?
Oh, yeah, Shane Adams.
Her name's Kathy Bates, isn't it?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Another
Oh,
chick from
Misery?
Misery. Yeah.
Oh,
She
yeah.
also plays the mama and fucking Waterboy. It's the
I don't know
devil.
what it was.
Oh
but
my God.
The way you were saying what you said a little bit ago. I swear it sounded like coming out of her mouth, and so I was just like, "What the fuck?"
I'll take it. Why not?
Hey, it's better than being told you sound like Barney.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, I
Yeah.
actually had to dress up like Ronnie for my daughter's 3rd birthday party. That was
There's no
horrible.
way
nice,
you couldn't pay
nice.
me enough.
Well, it was for my daughter. You know,
Even for my
Yeah.
son, I wouldn't do it. No.
I'd probably just
unfortunately,
blaze the
my daughter.
inside of that fucking Barney suit out so bad that it just reeked of weed the whole time at the birthday party, and it's like, I probably do love you right now, kid. I don't even know you, but
Like
you're gonna give me
right
some of that
now.
cake and that punch, just fucking funnel it in the neck. That's where my mouth is, you know.
Jesus Christ! All right,
I
guys.
was
Sorry, I have to
imagining
read the
that.
chats after the chat.
We were
What's
gonna
our
read
game?
them when you were
Empty-
gone, but we couldn't figure out how. So
So
True.
while Dave does that, I do have an interesting anecdote about the cow pie thing.
Oh shit! Here we go.
So
All right.
as you guys know, or as these dudes know, I live in Oregon, and it's pretty wet over here and stuff. So you don't. I mean, you can slip on a piece of dog shit that's like 6 months old still. It's
Shit.
fucking. It's you know, it doesn't really age. It's kind of preserved in the muck of the backyard kind of thing. And so when there was like an 8 month period where we lived in Montana when we were little kids though, and
Uh-huh.
like eastern Montana or whatever, so way where it's like dry as fuck and like the forest burns down all the time, which weirdly is happening in Oregon a lot. And I guess, you know, all the jokes over the years about that, I probably deserve it. But, you know, you find dried cow patties, right? They're like these hard discs of fucking
Yeah.
cow shit. It's like a vegan frisbee, you know, and you fucking
Jesus Christ!
we'd find that shit out there, and it was me and my little brother, and it's like, fuck yeah, let's throw these. And so naturally that develops into you like trying to fucking just wing each other with these cow pies. And
oh, nasty.
this one time I picked up this one, so I couldn't flick it at him because it was like just wet enough that it would have crumbled if I'd tried to do that, but it was dry enough I could pick it up and fully like get ready to vault the shit at him. And right as he went to fling one at me, I threw it, and you could see him like catch eye contact with the shit disc, and he was like, "Ah!" Like he fucking screamed right as it hit his face, and he had literally a full mouth full of shit. It was the funniest
Oh my
thing I'd
god.
ever
Oh,
seen, dude.
no way!
It was,
No way, Mo.
needless to say, we didn't play that game again, little
That's
bitch.
good.
But we fucking, you know. It
Oh,
was,
my
it
fucking
was,
God.
it's a funny memory for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Wow. I just
Dude.
imagined that whole scenario.
We
That
used
was
to catch
great.
rattlesnakes, dude, with these pieces of plywood, like because where we had to walk home because we lived like way out in the middle of fucking nowhere, so there it was like kind of in the prairie, and there'd just be random like fucking 8 rattlesnakes on the way home. So you just start throwing plywood down on them, like killing their little heads on a rock and fucking taking them because this dude would like eat them next
Ew.
to where we lived at. So we just
The
kill
fuck?
rattlesnakes, trap them, and kill them on the way home. Just to, dude. I moved up there like because we don't have fucking rattlesnakes out here, man. Like this, you find little gardener snakes and shit, but nothing
We have
venomous.
here.
The first time I had to walk home from school, and we was like, because they have all those stupid little bushes out there too, where they get dry in the summer. It sounds like a rattlesnake, so you don't know where it's coming from. We just drop like this piece of plywood by the bus stop and fucking take that and like smash the little rattlesnakes and fucking take them to this dude.
Wow.
Oh, guys, sorry, I have to read some of the comments. What's the game's empty cans? It says Danny. Jesus Christ, Danny, this one's for you. Wizard Games empty beer can says Danny, fave sex position, the craziest sex thing you've ever done.
Oh, is this
know,
what it
retro-
gets like when she's in here? Just a bunch of thirsty shit.
Yeah,
Right.
it's like thirsty fucking
My
dudes up
favorite
there.
one?
Yeah.
She just
I
chill
think-
out, guys. I'll make a pitcher of
I'd
lemonade
have
here
to
in a bit.
say-
You won't be so thirsty.
I'd have to say being bent over.
Oh yes, I
like it
remember
better.
that one. I remember that one.
Ah
That
ha
was
ha
good.
ha.
As far as a utilitarian position, I guess, too, it goes a long way. I mean, you can pull it out almost anywhere. You can get all type of
That's right.
angles on that if you're
Yeah.
creative. And
Retro gamer, we can see
crazy
your life.
and craziest thing I've ever done in that aspect would probably
Yes.
be I fucked my ex-boyfriend in the ass with a dildo.
they call that pegging. on the
Was
internet,
that a
I believe.
quadruple or?
Yep. That'd have to be
Yeah,
the craziest thing I've ever done.
Yeah.
I think they call that
Greatest.
pegging in the porn
Yeah.
circles.
All
you
right.
know?
So, Danny, hold on. Explain how this happened.
Hmm. Well, he got a bit like hinting at wanting me to do it, and he was like constantly bringing it up. And so on New Year's, he got really, really, really drunk,
Was it one of
and
those sad things where he was like joking
no,
about it too all
no,
the time? Like, that would be totally funny if that happened.
yeah,
It's like,
like you were thinking, he was just like playing
yeah.
right, like it wasn't really a thing. And then he's like, all right, do it. So I was like, all right, bet, because I was, drunk enough at that fucking point.
Jesus Christ.
So I ended up tying his ass to the bed and went
Lashing
for
it
it.
down, eh?
Fucking went
Why
for
not?
it. I was like, hell yeah, the first time in my life I can
You know
actually
what would have
fuck
made it
somebody.
amazing is if you had fucking just had like a loop of dueling banjos from Deliverance that you started playing right before you fucking threw down with that.
After after we
Hey,
broke
yo,
up
Retro
and
Gamer, what's
shit,
up?
I ended up just like giving him a box of dildos, and I was just like, hey, here, now you can go fuck yourself.
A toy box.
All right, so Retro Gamer, your thoughts on Danny
Dildos.
fucking guys in the ass?
You want to be next?
What happened? She pissed on somebody.
Seems like you want me next.
All right, hold on. We got a comment. Shane Adams says, "Remember when Mark Wahlberg finger banged Reese Witherspoon on the roller coaster in Fear? That was cool. Yes, I fucking love that movie.
Fear
It
is
was
amazing.
good.
Fear is fucking underrated, actually.
And yes, dude, definitely.
You know,
I actually haven't seen
I
it.
think that gets forgotten in the bullshit that Mark Wahlberg has done since then. But Fear is
Yeah.
fucking awesome. And what was that
Wasn't
movie at the time? Okay, there was like this. Maybe you guys in the comments can help me. There was this movie at the time, like right around when Fear came out, because I know my parents rented it as a new release, like right at the same time. And I think it was called Hidden, or I think it was called Hidden. And it was
Oh,
like about this kid that killed himself with like this knife, and he like leans down on it and kills himself. And then it's
yes,
almost like some
yes.
fucked up lawnmower man shit.
Oh fuck.
Yes,
You
what
remember,
the fuck was it? Yes,
dude? What is
I
that
remember
movie?
that movie. What the fuck was it, guys?
Because I
If you
need to
remember the
know.
name of
I
that
need
movie,
it on tape back there on the fucking shelf. So let me know. It's been
yes,
bugging the shit out of me.
fuck yeah.
I'm just
I
kind of
could
trying
look
to
it up.
see. I'm just trying to see how long I can stay awake before I pass out again.
No, you're not passing out. Don't worry.
You know what you do? You just take those titties, you put them right in the freezer, and you just fucking slam the door on them, and then hold them until they go numb. You'll wake up real quick.
I'm too damn short to be reaching all of that to be even trying to do that.
Girl, you got a step stool in that house. Don't play. You know you got something you can put up there. Get your ass up there.
Like,
I know you get the chicken out there, or
I
whatever it is
use the
you
step.
do.
I use the step stool so that I can get on the counter. You use the step stool to get up on the counter so you can stand on the counter to reach the big cabinets at the top. All right.
Oh, I thought this was starting to be another sex story. Okay.
oh yes, yeah, no, it's coming. It's coming, Ronald. It's coming. You know what, guys? You're the best. I fucking love you guys. You see this? We're having fun right now.
Are you having fun, Dave?
Fuck yeah. But it'd probably be more funner if oh, never mind.
No, don't even go there.
Yeah, never mind. Oh. Justin's like, yeah.
Shut your ass up right now.
I'm
Shut up.
somehow already in trouble for what just went on in here, so I guess my curfew just got extended indefinitely.
Yeah, exactly.
You guys got any fucking
You got in trouble?
people listening? Let's just put it that way.
Yeah, we do
Fucking,
have people listening. I mean, fuck. Andrew K says, I'm here for the free dudes. I'll send you
I
some,
don't
Andrew
think
K.
in any way I've been coming on to this chick that's in here. Like, if anything, I've been being boisterously fun, but
Right.
I guess
Yeah.
I'm in trouble for that now. For
No,
telling her to
no.
put her
Oh.
titties in the freezer. So I'm sorry. I apologize. Not really, but
No, don't
Yeah.
apologize. This is an apology-free stream.
and that's
Fuck
just
y'all.
gonna go on the rest of the night. So this phone is
Uh-oh.
getting tucked down in the fucking couch. There you
Oh,
go.
Yeah, there you go. Hide it.
You guys want to play some Hollywood Squares? That's
Yes,
I think
let's
what needs
play
to go
Hollywood
down there.
Squares.
Fuck it. I apologize.
Shane Adams says the boobs in the freezer reminded me of Kingpin. All right, so guys, Justin, man, what are you up to?
I mean, I figure it.
Smoking, chilling.
Yeah, man. All right, nice to have you here.
Just
You're
happy
a
to
good
be
fucking
home.
friend. That's all I gotta say. All right, so this is a test run of a live stream that me and Mosley are going to be doing, like talking about metal and gameplays, and this just fucking swerved.
Every conversation I have with Mo always does. It just
Yeah,
don't know how it happens, but it just always does. Either him or me or just whatever. And we get back to topic, but just it takes a long way sometimes off topic.
True. Hold on, Ronald.
What game's
Wizard
the
Games
topic?
Empty Beer Can says, "Dudes, fave NES games, everyone." What's
That's
your
a hard
fave
one.
NES game?
The one
Um,
you played the most or the one you liked the most?
I'd have to say Mike Tyson's Punch Out was probably one of my favorites.
Yeah.
You know, Spy Hunter was really awesome.
that was Sega.
There was some great. I played well over 100 games. It's been a long time, so it's hard to remember them all. But those are definitely ones that stick out in my mind. And of course, Mario. I mean, Mario 1, 2, and 3.
Mm.
All
All right. Hold on,
Mario.
Danny. We have a question for you, Danny.
What do you
Danny.
want now, Dave?
Andrew K says, "When do the skin flute contests start?"
When does the what?
Skin flute contest start.
Wow.
Wow. Just wow.
Oh, wait.
Thirsty motherfuckers.
Wow.
Funny story is, like 2 weeks ago, I actually looked up what thirsty meant because I didn't know what the hell the term meant, and now I do. So now I seem cool because I know what it means.
I mean,
you were finally in the group now.
Yeah, I was finally in the
You're
know.
included.
I kept hearing people saying it, and I was like, okay, I know they're not talking about drink, but you know.
I mean, Ronald, there was this one time in band camp.
that Dave sat on a clarinet.
Yes, by accident.
Sure, by accident.
Oh, Chris Lovesack says Castlevania. Yes, that fucking
that was a
game,
great game,
Castlevania.
yeah.
Oh.
1 and 2.
Mm.
Oh, another
What's
great
your
one.
game?
Going back to
go ahead.
Nintendo, just thought about now is Final Fantasy 1 and the Dragon Warriors series.
Ooh, yes, nice.
I was probably me and my friend were probably one of the first people in the country to beat Final Fantasy 1. We were gonna send it into Nintendo Power, but we never actually took the picture like we were supposed to and do it. But yeah, we beat it the first week, and so we're probably one of the first people to beat it. Maybe not the first, but very damn close.
Mm.
I actually skipped school the day we got to the last boss, so I could beat it first.
Oh, nice, man.
I did save it before I got to him.
Good thinking.
After, but,
We have a question for Danny.
Another
Mr.
one?
Games, Empty Beer Can says, "Hey, Danny, you ever take on 3 meat sticks at once?"
The what?
You guys, fuck. All right, Wizard Games Empty Beer Can says, "Hey, Danny, you ever take on 3 meat sticks at once?"
Oh wow!
No.
So this is what happens when you come in and say
Yeah, that's
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 what
what
happens when you fucking don't get exposed to enough women. God damn,
that-
bros.
I mean, guys,
Seriously,
this is
that's the question for fielding and fucking chat here.
They
My-
have
my poor
nothing
fu-
better to do.
That's the type
poor
of shit that
female
just gets
friend.
me in trouble too, because it
Yeah.
makes it seem like I'm involved in some heinous shit. Why don't we talk about video games or like not our tiny penises that haven't been wet enough? You know? Seriously,
Oh, Mo, man, you're the best, Mo.
she's a
Right.
tiny brunette with glasses. It looks like it's let's just all be nerds, you know. Oh God,
Do you guys not have that much of a life?
No,
who,
Danny, we
me?
don't.
Whoever the hell's asking all those questions.
Well, I mean, it just I don't. I mean, I would
No.
think not. I'm sorry. I don't want to be insensitive to you guys. That's just like you there with your cats. But let's chill with that. At least when I'm up in here,
No.
man. I ain't trying to
Danny,
have this be like some little
I
fat
mean, this,
boy
this,
see,
this
fucking.
can turn into like the porn
Guys.
show, you know.
Hey,
Ronald,
I only
this
have
is
one cat. I don't have 10 yet.
I have
Ronald, this is
plural cats, but I also have like at least one pussy I'm getting in up on a regular basis. You know what I mean?
oh
So I don't need
snap.
to ask like some chick questions like that all the time. Come off, Ed.
It's kind of annoying.
Are we gonna
honestly,
play
but-
some fucking games and like talk about shit, or are we gonna talk about?
Yes. We're gonna play some games. We're gonna
Sweet.
talk about vagina.
Hey, look, Dad.
We can talk about vagina.
You on
This is why
track.
girls who play MMOs sometimes just play male characters.
Well,
Like just
yeah,
or they'll
because who
play
wants
like
to deal
ugly
with that?
ogre or something. Like just
See,
so
we
they-
got to
the
be
bar-
careful though, because we're teetering on that territory where if we stand up for girls too much, we'll be looked at as those cuck boys. You know, which they are out there. But
Yeah.
I'm not one of them. I think I don't think she needs to be stood up for. I'm just saying, like, gosh, that's greasy, boys.
Yes.
Let's fucking do something that's not that.
You see, Mo,
Yeah,
that's my
that's
good.
what I'm
That's
saying.
like my only female friend I have is Danny, and all you fucking guys. get
Well,
hard
I
on for her,
personally
right,
will never
Danny?
ask you questions like that, and that's not just because I'm in trouble. That's why, you know. That's just I don't. Dan can vouch or Dave can vouch for this. I don't say shit like that to girls. But
Yo, that's true.
Yeah.
Fucking Mosey
I
is a good
would. I
fucking
mean,
dude.
if it was like the circumstances presented themselves. I'm not like that though.
Yeah, no.
You know, you got to have a little bit more tact or style with how you're doing that shit. You don't just come up in there like meat sticks. What is that, bro? Come on. You trying to ask her if she's snapped into a Slim Jim because
Snap into a Slim Jim. Woo! Oh my god.
Oh,
Jesus
man.
Christ. So who should I play as? Should I be like who should I play as here? You guys think? You like that flat top dude?
No.
No? Okay. What about her? She's got some chesticles. That should satiate the people in the crowd.
Yeah, there we go. There we go. Get hot on looking at
check
that.
it. We'll just name her right now Tits, so that everybody's satisfied.
I thought we just
There we
named him
go.
Thirsty.
Did that make everyone uncomfortable? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
No, no, it didn't. Everybody loved it.
This chick took off though. I don't know. Maybe she wanted people talking about her, but
What?
Oh,
okay,
did she? No,
she's
she's
back.
here.
She's there.
I was
No,
just
sorry.
making
I was
sure.
trying to get my kid to get back in bed because he woke
Danny's
up.
the fucking best, Mo. Danny's like one of the guys.
Don't say anything, Danny. I think you just summoned my kid out of bed, and she's starting to.
Oh god, yeah, mine just ran outside. He's like, "Mommy, can I get a hug?" And I'm like, "He
Yeah,
was been asleep
Where's
like 3
my hug
hours
after
ago."
I made dinner before I got no fucking phone call?
Jesus,
You know?
Jesus, Danny, give him the car keys. Tell him to go fucking have a good time at the strip club.
Here you go, little
Oh
dude.
my god!
He's
No,
Take
I
the
just wanted to go to
MasterCard.
sleep before like 1 o'clock in the morning because I mean there ain't no reason for it. People like to
Actually-
sleep.
It's one of the few actual pure luxuries that we have in the world that doesn't cost anything.
True, guys. Give me 2 seconds. I'm gonna take a piss. I'll be right back.
You always say 2 seconds, Dave.
I know
Just
I'm a liar.
embrace it, okay? You should be out there like what's that fucking movie with the dude played Green Goblin? I'm too drunk to remember his name. William Dafoe. And he's like, "There's a deep sound coming down from Bobby Peru," and then he tells that
Oh
girl from Natural Born
Yeah.
Killers, like, "You fuck like a rabbit."
Oh,
You
fuck.
Bobby fuck quick or whatever. I love that shit.
Oh, fuck.
You're gonna be thirsty, at least do it thirsty style like Bobby Peru from that movie where he's just got that big fucked up rotten grill and he's just wearing that sleazy fucking southern car salesman suit and he's like, I will be a dirtbag, you know? Just embrace it. If you're gonna fucking do it.
Just embrace all of it.
So who do you guys think I should go for right here? Should I go with my girl Mary? Yeah, she's always. You take the eggs from a sturgeon, rub them through a screen, wash them, rub them with salt, drain, and then dry them. What would you get? Fishy buckshot. That's what. Wax. You agree or disagree, Danny?
I can't read it.
It was wax. We ran out of time. It was caviar.
Yeah, I didn't think it sounded like wax.
I can't read it. It's so small.
Well, I'll read them to you.
That's what she said.
That was great.
What?
Gotta come up with those old 90s jokes once in a while.
Man, I love dad jokes, so I mean,
They are great.
Yeah,
they really are.
I'm a dad, so
Like,
and a granddad.
like my kid's always asking me, how many tickles does it take to get an octopus to laugh? And then you like look at him and he's like 10, and then starts freaking giggling.
I don't get it, but that's
And-
adorable.
Yeah.
It takes 10 tickles. You know, tentacles. 10 tickles.
Oh, shit.
Oh,
Wow.
Mind fucking
Wow.
blown right now. I did not
Wow.
know that. I'm using that shit.
You're a bonehead.
Yeah, it's like his go-to joke, and I have to laugh at it every single time.
You'll miss those days when he's not asking you to laugh at that, though.
Yeah.
Right? I will laugh.
My kid's
Every
hitting that
time.
point where she's telling me I'm a fucking dumbass sometimes, and it's like, well, you're not wrong, but
Mine does that too sometimes.
she's caught on to the idea of teenagers. So she's
Oh.
like, I'm gonna be a teenager soon, and you're a dick.
Not me. She's totally Mini Mo. Just totally like him. Like
Oh,
a
she
mini
is.
him. Like no matter how much she wants to not admit it now or whatever, she's totally like just him.
You guys ever watch that show, The Good Doctor?
Yes.
No.
It's been our jam lately, me and my kid. Like, fucking, I'm always watching that with her every night on Hulu.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like there's sometimes they try to push, like, I mean, I don't know. See, that's the thing anymore. Has it gotten to the point where they push PC issues so much that when they are included, we assume they're pushing them, or is it just a normal thing? Because to me, the PC issues seem to come up with the same frequency on Good Doctor as they did in like the early years of Grey's Anatomy, and that was definitely before it was like required to do that shit.
Right.
So I try to think of it as like being cool and progressive, but there are times where it's like I slip into that. Oh, okay, this girl just has to be a lesbian, right? You know? Even though it serves no purpose to the story, she's just gay.
Yeah.
Which, but I mean, see, that's me slipping into that thought of they're forcing this on us.
Yeah. I mean,
guess.
we're all guilty of it.
I
We're probably all guilty of
honestly-
that.
I'd have to say I have the same issues watching a lot of shows. I notice it.
Or you know, all of a sudden
We're
this guy
trained to
just
notice it.
you know is gay and it just doesn't bring anything to the story. It's just
Yeah,
like,
and it's like you had to go there.
Right,
Yeah.
but see, I mean, that's what I'm saying. I think some of them, you know, because gay people. Well, shit, I just broke my hat. Fucking,
oh wow, it's busted. It's
Oh,
busted
no.
too.
fucking
No,
gay
not
people
the
exist,
snapback.
right? Like it's something that we fucking it should be included to where it's regular, you know. Like
Yeah, but
it
just
shouldn't
like
have
not
to be
so,
like a plot hook, but
yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
it's forced into so much stuff now that we're trained to look at it and be like, is this genuine or is this
Forced bullshit.
forced
Like
bullshit? You know?
like Sulu being
Kinda like
gay,
Empire,
Sulu being
though.
gay.
Sorry,
The
buddy.
producer of Empire is gay, so he like forces it. Like normally, like the producers, if they're gay, they try to like push that in the
See, but I
show.
don't think that's true because, dude, show business,
Yeah.
when you think about it, like theater and show business is fucking full of fags. If you're like some homophobic dude, most of the shit that you've watched that you've enjoyed even has been at some point touched by a dude who takes the fucking tickler. You know what I mean? It's
No, yeah, no,
you
Mo,
know,
that's
it's
true.
yeah.
That's true.
out there. It's an integral part of the fucking profession. But I think that there's a difference between stuff being organically gay and stuff being forced to be gay. You know,
It's
Will
like,
and
oh, we don't
Grace.
have.
Let's
we
look
don't
at Will
have
and Grace.
this.
Right? Will and Grace is timeless. Will and Grace is one of the best sitcoms in modern fucking
He
history.
was a funny motherfucker, you know.
They did it in such a way, even at the time, where none of us ever felt like they were forcing the gay down our throats.
No,
You know
no,
what I mean?
Not
no
at
pun
all.
intended.
Thank you.
What about the movie The Crying Game?
I didn't
What
see
is it?
that shit.
The Crying Game? It's a Miramax film. It's
I
a
know
fucked up
all
movie.
about the
I've heard of it, but I don't
about
know.
the crying game.
That was an early movie that pushed that shit.
But did it push it, or was it a story of gay people? Like,
No,
Party
like
Monster,
it wasn't even
you
really a gay guy. I don't even know how to explain that movie.
You guys ever see the movie Party Monster?
Speaking of movies about gay people, like Birdcage, you ever see that movie with Robin Williams?
Oh,
That
Yes.
movie is
I
hilarious.
Yes.
I love that
awesome.
movie.
It is awesome. That's just like the most flamboyant gay in the world, but they're just so funny. It's just like you can't not
Yeah,
laugh.
man.
Well,
Oh,
here's
guys,
my
guys,
thing with this, dude.
sorry for the record. This is not a homophobic stream. We love gay people. Okay.
No, for sure. My old
Love you
brother's
too,
gay.
Dave.
That needs to clear.
I
I've
can't
lived
say much.
around
My cousin's
entire
gay,
life
so.
with the person I revere most in the world being openly gay. My older brother's gay. His husband, guy, is one of my favorite people in the world. You know, it's my family right there.
Definitely, man.
Does that maybe give me a certain bias that allows me to think of that shit differently than people that haven't grown up that way? Sure.
Andrew
But
Casey's
I think
Josh
there's
Gay is gay.
What's that? Sorry, buddy, I didn't hear you.
Andrew K commented and said Josh Kasharsky is gay.
I ain't even gonna fuck with those dudes, man. You guys all have enough free ammo on those motherfuckers.
Yeah.
I
Whoa,
just read the
that's,
comment.
I mean, we ain't gonna let that fucking shit creep up in here. This stream ain't about that.
yeah, no,
It's
this
about
is
us all
this is
hanging out,
Karki
you know.
free.
Fucking
I mean, like
Karky
Mo,
free
like,
zone right here.
I
You
mean,
want
my
that
uncle.
Florida train wreck? Fucking hop on Google News or just
Yeah.
go over there.
I mean,
I
like,
think
shit.
that there definitely is a culture now, though, of shoving this PC shit down everybody's throat to the point where even when it is genuine, it's being misread as being forced. You know what I mean? Because there's always been movies that did that shit since the beginning of fucking forever. There's always been movies that tried to push the social limits of film and put people in there that aren't necessarily showcased. The Birdcage, which we all just praised, is probably a great example of that. Another movie that people take for granted nowadays, but that would probably get a totally different reaction if it was released now, is Mrs. Fucking Doubtfire, dude. I've been thinking about that a lot lately because my family is like fired up on it. So my mom watched it upstairs recently. My brother and his wife watched it upstairs, and my dad watched it. So I've been through 3 viewings of Mrs. Doubtfire recently. And the more and more I think about it, the more and more I realize that we all cherish that movie. But if it was released today, everybody would shit on it.
Probably.
You know?
Oh, really?
And think about it, dude. Think about if Mrs. Doubtfire came out now.
Ronald, sorry to cut you off. And Mo, sorry
You
to
know,
cut you off,
people
but-
that were like trans people would be offended by it, and people that are against trans people would be offended by it. Mrs. Doubtfire.
Well, I
would
mean,
fucking
people seem
offend
to be
everybody.
complaining about everything nowadays.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't even matter if it's a thing to complain about. They just will find a way to complain about it.
The TV show Bosom Buddies, you know. I mean, that whole premise was the same thing, you know. It's just like they wanted an apartment. They couldn't afford a New York apartment. They found a cheap apartment, but it was for women only. So they dressed up like women to get an apartment.
Yeah, right.
It's a
That's
great
like the
fucking
original
program.
Ace Ventura. If it came out now, it would be like fucked up
Tom
too.
Hanks.
Oh, everybody would lose their
Because
minds.
of the whole scene with
Oh,
Dan Marino and the chick being a guy.
oh yeah, Ace Ventura. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Hold on a second.
Remember everybody was puking whenever they found out it was a guy?
Yes, yes, I remember like my
Because
mom bought
they
that
all
movie
slept with
for
her.
my brother and my sister. And when like I came home and she's like, "Oh, look at this VHS." I think fucking Ace Ventura was like fucking what, like 80 fucking dollars back in the days on VHS. That's how old I am, guys. But
Yeah, that shit used
hold on.
to cost a lot, dude.
Yeah. I mean, remember when Willow was like fucking 100, 200 bucks on
Wow.
VHS?
Alrighty then.
Yeah.
That's just because you were around whenever you guys were writing on stone tablets in school.
Well,
Nah,
yeah.
that's rental prices, is what it is. It
He was
sounds like
paying for
you guys
people's
acquire it
memories.
through a video retail outlet as opposed to, you know, just direct. There was a time when it wasn't figured out for us. You know, I definitely remember ordering some tapes for way more than I should have spent on them, and then
Yeah,
realizing later
exactly.
that, you know, I
It's
basically
kind of like
ordered
pay
it
per
from
view
the
back in the
people.
day.
Was that?
So it's kind of like how pay per view prices was back in the day.
Oh,
Oh yeah,
fuck.
that's insanity. And seeing AEW come back with that is a breath of some
Yes.
foul air, not fresh air. But I get why they're doing it. It's just they need to figure that shit out, or that's going nowhere fast.
Yeah, because I
True.
mean, I really want to watch AEW, but there's no way I'm gonna, pop out that kind of cash to watch
I'll
wrestling.
pay 15 to 20 for a pay per view that I can share with at least one other person. I
Mm.
think
Better than
that's reasonable.
70.
I think that's a
Well,
I mean,
reasonable
it
middle
used to be
ground
like,
between today's streaming policies and the 90s policy of pay $40 and you get to watch it on one TV, you know. We pay $15 for a fucking Netflix account or whatever. You can watch it on multiple screens and shit.
true.
So,
And we
if,
bitch about that.
yeah, if it
Oh,
was 15 bones for a fucking AEW pay per view, everybody could buy those. Everybody could buy them, and then
definitely.
multiple
I
people could
just
see them and then be enticed to buy future ones. That's my
Hmm.
thoughts.
I just use
Oh,
the Android box. I pay my internet bill and everything, and anything I could want to stream is free.
yeah. So what do you got on that Android box, Danny?
Cody.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
Cody.
I've heard of Cody.
Be right back, boys.
Cool.
It's good. Like if a movie comes out into the theaters, you wait like a week and it's on there.
Mm. Oh
I
yeah.
need to figure out how to get that. I have an Android TV.
I have an actual Android box
Yeah,
for it.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
I heard you gotta get a box for it. So I don't know. I mean, I got a tablet, I got a computer, I got a TV, but yeah, I don't have the Android box.
Oh, dude.
I have a friend who sets those up for people.
Ronald, get the Android box
they're
that is like
great.
jailbroken.
Mm-hmm.
Not the fucking fucking phone shit or iPad. Fucking
Right.
what the fuck's it called? There, not that. Trust me, get it, hook it up. Hold on, I gotta read the chat. We got. All right.
You got to play with
With
yourself. What?
yeah, maybe later.
I swear, I thought that's what you said. I had to double check.
I have to wait on the cantaloupe to get right.
All right, so Crazy Ralph is in the house. What the fuck is this? Danny show dreads.
Where the hell did that even start?
I don't know.
It's a meme now.
I don't even know
Crazy
anymore.
Ralph.
It's
Crazy
like,
Ralph
what?
says, "Meet me at the waterfront after the social."
What?
Okay.
Hey,
Then.
Sticky Burger, pizza time, suck dick.
All I can hear tonight is just police sirens.
Oh, why? What's going on?
Just fucking everything. Like the other day, like two old people got shot, and then like somebody else got shot. Like all the crap from like all the bull crap that's going on in Toronto, like it's expanding out to like here now.
Oh,
There's
you're in
like
Toronto, Canada.
yeah, there's like constantly people overdosing like every day.
Wow.
People shooting people. It's just like, what in the hell? What does the
It's
world
like
come
the
to?
state gun control.
Like, fuck, no, I won't go anywhere near Toronto. Fuck that. No.
So, would you go anywhere near Montreal?
What you getting at there?
You tell me.
I don't know. You tell me. You're the one that said it.
No, you tell
You
me.
fucking dork.
I missed some shit.
Dave's being a dork.
Ah, motherfucker, man. I lost my letter.
You missed it.
Oh.
Someone
I don't know
wanted to,
though.
someone
know,
wanted to
though.
meet her by the fountain after they get together.
I have to say, if Montreal is anything like Toronto, there's no way in fuck you'd get me to come near it.
Oh well, no. See, that's the
See,
difference between
well, see,
Toronto
like
and Montreal.
I went to Toronto like one time, and I had a freaking panic attack trying to drive through there. And then like there's people walking out and when they're walking out in front of you when they're not supposed to be walking, and then there's people on bicycles literally coming out of nowhere and swerving around in front of your vehicle, and it's just too much. I can't do it.
Cities suck.
Yeah, well, that's nothing. I mean,
Man,
Jesus
yeah, I took
Christ.
everything I had not to, try to turn somebody into a hood ornament.
Well, that's the daily life of driving in downtown Montreal. You take them out, you run them over, whatever. It don't matter.
Fuck, down here, it's like the people walking and the people on bikes have like more rights than the people driving.
Jesus Christ.
It's like, what
Same
the
way
hell?
as in like Portland shit, dude. I don't know. I just kind of go with the flow. Like
Well,
when
I
I'm in
mean-
traffic, I
Exactly.
just realize like, hey,
Well, I mean, they're not supposed to ride bicycles on the sidewalk. They're supposed to ride them on the road. And I'm sitting here thinking to myself, wouldn't it be a little bit safer for them to be on a sidewalk and, going in the grass or whatever around if somebody
not
else is walking?
necessarily when you consider
Then to
though
be
in like
well,
downtown areas, most of those bikes can easily maintain the speed of us in cars. I do understand the bike lane thing.
but like
It's
at the same time I'm like that would be a lot safer than being on the road with some 4 or 5 thousand pound vehicle that may not be able to stop and might
True.
not see you. Like
Oh,
it's the safety aspect. It's like it's not really that safe.
yeah,
But
fuck safety.
is if
Oh.
you follow bike lane laws and you're not one of those motherfucking Portland like cyclists that thinks that you're
Ugh.
dude, you do not matter as much as I do when I'm in
Oh
the car
man.
that's flying down the road and you try to get in front of me. Like you're lucky that I am as attentive as I am, or you'd be dead. Yeah.
True.
Oh man,
Whoa.
the other day, this guy on a bicycle literally. Okay, so it's a 60, and he literally doesn't even look. He is looking the opposite direction of traffic and everything, and he's literally just lottie dottying, taking his sweet little time going across the road and literally does that right in front of me. And like I just slam on the brakes, and he's literally just not even realizing that like the vehicle is
dude.
even there. And I'm like, you
I've
should
had
be paying
middle-aged
attention.
women on cycles cut me off like in mid 20 mile an hour traffic, and then just be like, "Hey," and it's like at the on the one hand, I'm like, "Fuck you, bitch," you know.
Right?
Fuck granola on the side of the
Oh.
road. I'm trying to drive, but at the same time, it's like,
Oh.
damn, that's hardcore. I can't help it. Sort of be like, shit.
A little props, a little bit.
Cut me off, like fucking. I'm going full speed in a car, and she's just like zoom, ching, 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 ching. Fuck, what's wrong with
That's
you?
true.
And it's
Mo,
like,
hold on.
oh shit.
We got Mo.
Man,
hold on a
they're
second.
brave. They are
Sorry, I have to
brave.
read the chat. Hold on, give me a second here. Jess says, Mo drives like a granny. Don't let him fool you.
I do.
And
No,
Crazy Ralph
it's
says,
something I fully admit.
Canada has some Pee Wee Herman killers on loose. Yes, Crazy Ralph, I know. I heard the story this morning. I woke up and like people are messaging me like, you know those guys? I'm like, fuck no. Those dudes like fucking killed people, burnt up their fucking vehicles, and went on to the next fucking people and like fucking murdered them. And so yeah, no, I don't know them. All
Hey, you
right.
know what?
As
I just
far
thought of,
as good,
I just thought of a name for your streaming here. Can-Am Connection.
Do what?
You know, remember those wrestlers way back? Can-Am Connection.
Yes.
No.
oh fuck, that's a good title.
Right?
If
Isn't it? I'm just sitting there thinking of it. It just popped in my
Can-Am
head.
Connection with Drunk Uncle Dave.
Yep.
Dude, yes, I drive like a grandma, and I've had many good. Like, if I was a taxi service, my Yelp reviews would be fire, bro. Because you'll always get there alive, and you can sleep when I'm driving
I
because
used to be a cab
drive
driver.
the speed limit, and I fucking make sure that we just get there.
I used
I'm
to be a
not trying
cab
to get
driver.
there fucking 15 minutes early and kill ourselves doing it. It's you get with me, you're going the speed limit. I'm gonna get good gas mileage. Y'all can kick me $10 when we get there. I'm gonna like pound some fucking 40s in the parking lot, and we're gonna be good.
Fuck
One of
yeah.
you guys
All
might
right.
have to drive home, and you're gonna have to drive my van. But
Bo, come to Canada, you're hired.
all I ask is that you drive the
You're
same
gonna be
way I
getting
do in it,
$60
which
an
is
hour.
real mindful of the fact that you have other motherfuckers' lives in your hands in the back seat. You know?
Mm.
I'm a dad, dude. When I drive, that's it. We're gonna get there when we get there. Yeah, I'm definitely that road trip dad where it's like, well, we're probably an hour late, but let's stop off and look at this waterfall. Fuck it, you know.
Mm.
Who
Well, the
cares?
fact that
We're
I was
already
a
an
cab
hour
driver,
late. We might
I'm
as well
definitely a
just
cab
go
driver.
Well,
tomorrow.
like I'm the same way, but if I'm alone in the vehicle, I have a lead foot.
Yeah, I
got a
tend to
kid,
I
though.
tend to
I
have
gotta
more of a lead
for
foot when I didn't have
But
people in the cab.
if there's anybody in the car, if there's somebody in the car though, I'm like driving like freaking a grandma or something.
Dude, you guys could all load up in a car with me, and I guarantee you most of you'd be asleep before we got to the cafe. Like,
Well,
you'd
probably.
doze off, and it'd mostly be me up there listening to like a Fresh Prince album, being like, "This is surprisingly dope,"
Yes.
and then you guys would fall asleep, and we wake up there, and I'd just be like smoking a blunt in the parking lot, like, "Oh, rise and shine, bitches!" Looking, I'm already like 5 shots of scotch deep, you know.
Oh, that's one thing about me. I'm a contractor. Like every day is like a fucking rush. Beat the traffic. Beat the downtown traffic. Just fucking drive like a fucking maniac. I beat like a
You
couple
made
of
me
my
shave
best
5
friends.
minutes off of it, though.
Yeah, true. A couple of my best friends are like, I'm never gonna fucking sit beside you in the passenger seat. I'm like, all right, pussies, whatever. I drive like a fucking maniac.
I'm like that dude. I think that most of you guys would immediately be willing to do it because my first thing would be to like drive at speed limit to like a 7-Eleven and get some road jerky and like a big gulp, and it's like, all right, you guys good? You got pillows? Everything? Yeah.
Basically, when I drove the cab, it usually depended on if I was by myself, going to pick someone up, or who I had with me. Like some people, you could tell they were fine if you drove fast, but like it was like, and other people you didn't. You kind of can judge people just by seeing them, you know. So I tend to drove faster when I was by myself, but occasionally there'd be someone in the car that didn't give a shit, and they were just in a hurry, and I just flew it, you know. But I did it all day long, every day, and you know I'm a damn good driver, or was a damn good driver. I don't drive anymore, but you know.
You might not think it too if you're with me in traffic, but I'm super afraid of cars, dude. Like,
Oh,
Really?
I can believe it. That's why you drive like a gurney. And it's cool.
Well, no,
I mean,
see, that's the thing. You got to have a balance. You can't drive like a granny the whole way. You get
no,
once you
you
get
can't.
into the city, you
You would
got to
get
fucking
you would
get
get
on that
eaten in
Mario Kart
Boston.
shit where
You
you're
would get
like,
eaten in
I'm
Boston.
taking my place, you know.
Yeah,
Fuck.
yeah. Boston. They don't. You can't drive defensively. Boston. If that's all you're gonna do in Boston, don't bother driving there. Just don't do it.
Yeah, I can drive like fucking no one's business, but I don't enjoy it, you know. You know,
I
I
like
might
driving.
fucking be like, let's smoke blunts and yell and scream the whole way, but then once we get in the city, it's like, shut the fuck up. I'm trying to drive. and get us to the parking garage without killing us right now. You know, so unless you're given directions, just climb it. You know, and I've never failed to get people there or get them back and without having an amazing time. You know. Because I'm definitely a parking garage dad too, where I'm like, fuck it, roll out the fucking barbecue grill. Like, who cares? We're here. We paid $8 for the spot. We might as well use it, right? Where's that fucking bottle of bourbon? You know, just I mean, I've definitely cooked
Fuck
cheeseburgers
yeah.
right there in the fucking parking garage of the convention, almost every time.
Hmm.
You know. I think that's what people fucking leave out of a lot of their trips too. That fun road trip quality, right? Like everybody should bring a CD. To me, that's just good form. When you show up for a road trip, you come and it's like, yo, I made a mix. Boom. You're already like top of my list of road pals for the trip, you know?
Right?
Hmm.
You sound super interested, Dave. You're like,
Yeah, no, sorry, just messaging people. Sorry, man.
My,
it's okay.
I always had a go-to song though when I was like on
Jessica.
the highway by myself. I would just blast one, like a top fucking blast, you know, doing 80, 90 miles an hour down the highway on my way back from dropping someone off. Like I said, when I'm by myself, I fucking cruised, you know. I did get the cab up to 100 once, but these cabs are old, and I felt like the whole thing was gonna fall apart. So I said, "Yeah, I'm just gonna
Where
slow
did
this
you have
fuck
enough
down."
room over there to get it up to 100, Kroll?
I'm sorry,
Where did you have enough room over there to get it up that high?
on the highway,
Yeah.
Slap.
Route 93, some parts of 24, 495.
You lose Danny?
I drove nights, so she's still
No,
here.
I'm still here.
I drove nights, so a lot of times I'd be like dropping people off and flying back at like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning or whatever, you know, no one around. It's the best time to drive, man. That's the only time I really like going into Boston. Like the Logan Airport is like 3 o'clock in the morning. Any other time, forget it. I hate driving into Boston. I mean,
That's because
I could
that's
be an
because
aggressive
at
driver, but yeah,
That's because
What's
at
that?
3 in the morning there's less people on the road.
exactly. And they're all assholes out here. That's, you know, the nickname asshole is definitely 100% true.
I honestly refuse to drive through Indianapolis in the middle of the day. I won't do it.
Never been
Yeah,
out
you
there,
might as
but
well
yeah, it's
not.
probably
It'd
sounds
take
something
you
like similar.
fucking like 4 times as long to get anywhere.
Do what?
So you might as well just not, because it's going to take you 4 times as long to get anywhere. You know?
Oh yeah. I mean, people will cut you off. People are going slow. There's always a wreck.
Yep.
It's just it's
Yeah,
not worth it.
always a wreck.
I would rather go through there at like
3 o'clock
10
in the morning.
p.m. to like 5 a.m. That's it.
Yep.
But I've drove fucking 16 hours straight so many times.
Yep.
Oh, I've definitely done that. I mean, it's, but I'm definitely also one of those like rest area dads where after a good 6 hours, I'm gonna pull over and sleep at a rest area for like 2 hours.
Oh,
Usually, if I can
man.
help it, I try to choose the ones that have like
I
free coffee, you know,
I
so we can
try
wake
to
up
do
and like
that.
do that.
Like the last time that I went down south, I tried to stop at the rest area and I ended up with freaking was it bronchitis? Because
Oh,
it
yeah.
started raining while we were asleep. Horrible.
The last time she said she went down south.
Shut the hell up, Dave.
No
I
You're
never.
gonna be
I
dead
didn't even
silent.
No
that.
Look,
comment.
no, you're gonna be dead silent for like 15 minutes straight, and then that's what you come up with.
That's kind of funny.
You
I
have
didn't
all
even
that
hear
time
it,
to come up with
honestly.
something, and that's what you got.
He pointed out that you said she was going down south.
That was that was weak.
You said you like dad jokes, though.
Yeah, I thought
I
that was
know,
kind of
but
fun.
God, that was
No.
weak.
That was a dad sex joke.
Yeah.
It definitely sounded like something I would say, but yeah. I didn't think of it that time.
You go to conventions and shit, Dave?
Not really at the moment. I was supposed to go to too many games, but you know.
You went? Did you not go?
No, fuck.
Lame.
I still haven't made it yet, but that's a monumental trip for me, man. Like that's
Hmm.
a long ass ways. That's all the way to the East Coast.
Who is typing?
It sucks. I don't know, some asshole. It sucks that we're all so separated. You know what I mean?
Welcome back.
I
Chris.
wish that it was like some Pangea shit where we're all on like some smaller continent because the world fucking sucks. It
Oh,
keeps
dude,
so many
definitely.
of us apart that definitely would be having good time. Like if
Oh.
all the people in this chat were at an arcade right now or some shit or a bar, we'd be having
Oh,
a
yeah.
great time.
That would be.
Or an arcade in a bar like
That'd be the
Dave and
best.
Buster's. Love Dave and Buster's. That shit's awesome.
Tim Roses, yeah. I mean, this would be right now. It would be like a Final fucking Fantasy 6-3, like the fucking World of Balance, World of Ruin. The first time you fucking find
Jessica,
So,
you in here to stay this time?
if my internet works, yeah.
I missed you, bitch.
Shut the fuck up.
It's my lady right here. In case all
Yes.
you guys wondering.
Jessica is the fucking best. Jessica, you're the best. You're the funniest. You're the best.
You're so fucking sweet. And you're a liar.
No, I'm not trying to be sweet. I mean, no, honest to God, you're the best. You're the funniest.
Look at Mo looking all fucking sexy with his hair down.
No, thanks.
Yeah, actually, you know what? If I was a homo
broke
fucking
his hat.
sexual, Mo would be the first person I'd fucking get in contact
Right?
Well, thank you, sir.
with. Fuck
Yeah, that's fine.
Mighty uncomfortable right now.
I was like, fuck this guy and this shit.
gay? No, I don't know.
No.
It's all good.
All right, so guys. Yeah. All right, so this fucking Moe's Tavern Dave stream turned out to well, what the hell we were trying to do, Mo? Again?
I think we were gonna play games and talk about heavy metal, but it just turned into
Yes.
what it should, and which is awesome people getting. We got Danny, we got Jess, we got Kroll. Who the fuck's that dude with like the chicken in front of the chain link over there?
That's a Retro Gamer 86.
There you go. I mean, it's like turned into a cool, fun little thing. You know,
Remember that time I won the car 2 times in a row in that game right there, Mo? That's right, you remember.
I do. Yeah, I've never turned the key. Thanks for rubbing that in my fucking face right now.
You're welcome.
I don't know. What do you guys think about the chat? That's really what it comes down to. What do you guys in the comments?
It's not what I
Think
thought.
about
I thought I was just
Think about-
jumping into a regular hangout, and it was giving me some weird things. This is live. I'm like, yeah, it's always live. Like, what do you think hangouts are? Then I was like,
Nah,
oh.
it's live,
Then,
baby.
then I realized he's like, we're gonna go to the chat. I'm like, oh, there's actually other people watching us. All right.
I think that's
Yeah.
the question. I think the people in the chat that are still watching need to tell us like any questions that they think we have not answered yet that they would like
Yeah,
to.
well, That's
Yeah.
true. Hold on. We got Astrodrip says, "What's up? What's the game? Not much, man. Where's the game's empty beer can says thirsty. Like a thirsty Thursday or
What about, like my kind of thirsty, like I was talking about earlier. Well, what's going on with you, bud? Let us know. We're concerned.
I'm thirsty along the lines of I want something to drink.
Right.
yeah.
Shit.
I just have some chips, and that definitely
You go ahead and
could use some
grab
soda.
something, girl. All I know is I'm all the sexy you motherfuckers need when it comes to this chat. All right.
Oh yeah, you're
Yes.
so sexy.
You don't gotta go well parched.
pretty
on
well
these
got it
bitches that we get up in. Like,
She
It's-
just says she
Sexy
thirsty,
drunk.
like she wants something to drink.
Mm.
That
you
could
want
be
to
a
flirt
lot
with
of
somebody, flirt with me or get the fuck out. That's what I'm saying.
Oh shit! Here comes Dylan.
Oh no, is he in here?
That's a big game joke. Can we flirt with Mo?
All right, guys.
What's
Be back.
not doing?
Huh?
Just playing Detroit, become human again or whatever the fuck.
All right, guys. I'm gonna piss. I'll be right back.
You guys ever want an absolute expert on that Detroit game for PS3 or 4 or whatever the fuck? My kid is like obsessed with it and has been for like a year.
Nice.
And she's played, I think, every possible route through it or some shit and still continues to play it.
Mine's obsessed with Minecraft.
She used to be into that shit, but she got more into those choose your own adventure sort of games like that, I think, with like Detroit and Life is Strange and stuff like that.
I remember when you, me, and her used to play Minecraft, and she just loved to blow everything up. Like, whatever we built, she just liked to blow it up.
Right.
That was her fun. Me and Mo had some crazy friggin' Star Wars shit going on. Made when we were playing Minecraft for a
That
while.
map we had was dope, dude. We built that life-size X-Wing and shit.
Yep. Yeah, that was pretty freaking badass, man. And the friggin' TIE fighters and the fucking, and we had the Death Star too.
Did.
That was fucking badass, man.
Minecraft's
despite
one
all
of those
that we
games that
had,
kind of got hated on, I think, because more so the dirty ass, like hot topic, blue-haired fucking reject kids that were like famous for playing it than it did because the game is actually bad. Yeah. Minecraft fucking rules. It's just, you know, it got popularized by douchebags, and it's unfortunate, but
yeah, I definitely had some fun in it. I mean, I played the EQ Landmark, which obviously had way better tools, but I couldn't really fuck with that shit. It was just like it was too good. You know what I mean? Like Minecraft was just enough to get me interested because
yeah.
I didn't feel like I had to make it perfect. Like whereas the Landmark, it made me like nervous trying to play it because so many people seeing it and they had live streams and shit. And it's like I want to
Dude,
see.
did you see that shit? After 9 years, those guys rebuilt the entirety of Middle Earth in Minecraft.
Did they?
Yeah.
Is there a video for that or some shit?
There's an article. It was pretty fucking cool.
I'll find it
I
and
want to
tag
see that.
you.
Yeah,
Yeah. Baby, if you can find that, can you please tag Carl on that, my love?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, I want to see that shit.
It's worth looking at, bro.
Yeah, like that fucking the Middle Earth, the fucking
Even Nami's over here.
the Lego one. Jessica, you ever see that the Lego Helm's Deep Battle of Helm's Deep?
I did
Nami
see the Lego
verified.
Stranger Things fucking set. That was cool looking. It was
Yeah.
like a concept set, though. I don't think it was real.
Yeah, they had the Helm's Deep, but it was all Lego, and it was like, what was it,
1,100 pieces.
Yeah, it was fucking crazy. Like the dude did it by himself. Took him years to do it and shit. Like I just could not imagine. Like it looked real though. It looked just like the fucking
Yeah,
Battle of
just
Deep.
Helm's Deep alone out of Legos. But like when you hear that they did the whole thing in like 9 years, it's like, okay, that makes sense. Like, to rebuild all that detail, even in Minecraft, where it's simplified to an extent,
Yeah.
is quite the undertaking. I would love to just run around in that map for like a weekend and just look at all the shit that they've recreated.
Well, anyways, my dudes, I'm fixing to go to bed.
It was awesome having you, man.
Yeah, it was. Nice to meet you.
You guys too. Thanks.
Have a good night.
You guys have a good night.
Careful those thirsty dudes.
Look out for him.
You can keep them.
I'll try to deflect them in the future towards my luscious tits. Okay.
Get your shield up there. I deflect your thirsty Thirsty messages.
What are you doing, Jess?
I am copying this link for Kroll. What are you doing?
Asking you what you're doing. Where the hell is Dave?
I don't know. Oh, Retro Gamer left. Like he didn't even say anything. He just like bounced.
Yeah, I know. I think maybe there isn't enough drama right now going on. I'm sure if we could see the viewer count, it would be dropping off too. I think that's a majority of what this stuff's about a lot of the time. So
Wow, that's fucking sick. Wow, I'm just looking at the picture
I
here.
wish I could figure out. I should have listened to Dave because I honestly can't see how I see the chat
I'm
at all.
actually trying to figure out how to get in there right now too.
Yeah, I have no fucking clue.
All right, so what happened?
How do we see
weird, you
the
missed
chat,
it.
Dave?
Hmm?
How do we see the chat for the call?
Oh, you have to like go up on YouTube, click on my channel.
Oh, so we have to have like the actual stream thing open.
Yeah.
I don't know where you're. I don't have the link to your channel.
So what were the last questions? I'm sorry, Dave, to keep putting this on you, but what were the last questions in chat? Or is there anybody still in there?
Yeah, we have like 16 people watching this shit.
Wow,
There you go.
shit.
All right, so let's read some questions.
What's the name of your channel, Dave?
It's
Wizard game with two A's.
There you go. Jess knows it.
What?
Wizard game with two Z's.
Wizard Gamer.
No, game, one word or singular or whatever.
Where the fuck did Danny go?
She had to bounce, I guess. We weren't talking
Yeah,
enough about titties or her ass or something. So.
Yeah, she had to go to
I
bed.
don't know if that's her deal, but yeah, she had to take off.
That was definitely a conversation starter, though.
Is that most of the chicks that get in here, dude? Is it like a bunch of thirsty crap like that?
The one time that I got in here when you weren't in here, it was like that. Yeah, the first time that I got in.
Yes, that's true. It's like, holy god, there's chicks on this fucking channel.
Oh my god, the channel.
Oh my god!
Why?
It's a girl! It's a girl!
You know?
Oh my god!
It's like,
Because they
Yeah.
all are. They're just like you said, babe. They're thirsty.
yeah, it's like horny virgins reunite. Woo!
I mean, I get horny, but I ain't no fucking virgin. Yo,
What's the name of your channel, Dave?
It's a wizard game.
MC?
One word?
Wizard Game MC?
One, two words.
Huh?
There, I found it.
I
You
think
found it,
I
Bo?
found. I see Wizard Game MC.
So I have to open this fucking video for it to be like live chat for me.
Yeah, but just pause it once you open it.
Well, will the chat keep going?
Yep.
I don't. This can't be you. This must be another Wizard Game.
I still don't understand why these motherfuckers want. Dude, I see that.
It's Wizard Game, one word.
2 words.
Two
Oh,
words.
okay. Oh, I found you. There you are. I subscribed to the wrong one.
Yeah, I'll subscribe. Why not?
Live now. Look, there's me.
All right, I can see see the chat. No guarantee I'm going to read it. What are we doing now?
I don't know. What do you think?
Okay, so
I don't know. I think we should ask you some questions, Dave.
All right, sounds good.
Where were you born?
I was born in good old fucking Verdun, Quebec. At what's the name? Hospital now. The hospital is now called Verdun General. Um, Now it's like a fucking, I don't know, like fucking Greater Montreal area. Something stupid like that. Born and
I.
raised in Canada,
Oh,
guys.
there's the chat, motherfucker. Finally found it. I'm looking down below, like most YouTube videos. You know, they have it below.
What the hell is the chat? That's what I'm wondering. Oh, there it is.
It says this. Oh, there was 18,
Oh,
now
shit.
it's 17.
So, when did you become exposed to Americans, Dave? That's what we really want to know.
Pound Town Danny said, "Bullshit. Dave was born in Kenya. I've seen the birth certificate." That's fucking funny.
Oh.
At least you've seen the
Dave, are you Obama?
No, I am not. I am not Obama.
Oh.
So your girlfriend's French, Dave.
Yes. Well, actually, I am a French Canadian. I learned all
Does
my
she
English.
speak English?
Yes and no.
That's not necessarily an answer. What do you
Yes,
mean?
it is.
Yeah,
My dad is like that. He does speak English, but he speaks better Spanish.
Yeah, no, like the wife is like she speaks English, but like not as good as me, and that's why she's like, "Oh, I'm in Paris. You speak better English than me." I'm like, I don't know. Fuck.
I was thinking of trying to talk to her earlier, but I didn't know how well it would translate.
Bonjour. I'm done. Actually, I can say bonjour, mademoiselle. I took French in high school.
My ex was French
Yeah.
Canadian. My current's better Canadian.
I'm part
Yeah.
Canadian. I'm part French Canadian. I'm part American Canadian, or whatever you call it, Canadian. English Canadian, not American Canadian.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, here we need to address something though. Wizard Games Empty Beer Can says, okay, backstory. Danny sent out tits and puss pics, so yeah, I'm going to ask her fucked up questions, mate. And I honestly, dude, there was part of me that felt like she was as thirsty as you motherfuckers, you know? So there was definitely part of me that was trying not to be rude, that was going to be like, you want this, right? And I feel like I fucking basically said it once Jess got in here and I knew that I had, like, free reign to say whatever I wanted. I feel like I did for a minute there say, like, you wanted to say that too. I feel like I did say that. So if someone's recording this, they could review it and maybe
I'm
catch
pretty sure
that.
you did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I knew that there was like two sides to that.
Well, she
fucking
did pop
story,
in,
for
and
sure.
the first thing she said
She
about
came in way thirsty too.
yeah, she
Like,
did.
That bitch is married, dude. That's fucking.
I can't comment on any of that. I don't know what the fuck their situation is. Maybe that guy likes it when he watches her do that.
Yeah, maybe he's a cuckold.
Maybe.
But
Cold.
yeah, I knew there was something gnarly about that. Like as soon as I fucking dipped into it, you know.
Yeah, that's yes. I'm gonna say one thing. She has nice tits. All right, sorry.
Dude, I saw the hangout. I saw the shit in you guys'
yeah.
hangout thing, or the fuck was it? The group chat that you guys had. They're not. No.
I mean, like those.
I'm just gonna go ahead and say, as a man
vagina
looking at
lips
the
can
girl,
fly.
judging based on her, her sort of, what do you call it? like her temperament and her build that probably she has tits. I won't deny that she has tits, but are they worth talking about?
What did
We're in a
you say?
gray
Oh,
area. She probably does have tits, like factually. She probably does have tits.
Well, she is a girl, so yeah, most girls do have.
You know,
right.
but I'm gonna go ahead and say that in terms of lining up to look at them, they're in the middle
Well, I
quadrant.
mean, most guys are this way, especially if they are like super fucked up. People are gonna still want to see them. So,
True.
I mean, I would.
Hey, they're boobs. I want to see boobs.
Right.
I mean, they're boobs. I want to see boobs.
Yeah,
Hey,
free
you know what,
boobs
guys?
are free boobs. But
I'm
We
not-
want to see
I'm
boobs
not
right
denying
now.
that. It's like, hey, you want to show me boobs? Okay, I'll see boobs.
Yeah, there you go.
Boobs.
I want to see boobs.
I mean, and again, I've not met this girl in person. I don't know anything from. I know her from Adam, but it seems like she's the type of chick that maybe has boobs that are like, yeah, you know. I mean, it satisfied the curiosity, but could I have lived without them every day of the week?
True.
Yeah.
That's true.
It's really only like worth seeing your friends' tits if they're surprisingly good tits, you know? Like where it's like that friend that you knew that always wore like the loose fitting X-Men t-shirts, and then she reveals those titties and they're like those voluptuous, perfect fucking melons, like cup them and kind of rock them back and forth against each other's tits. You know what I mean? And if it's not at least that good, then you might as well just all right.
Hey,
Yeah,
the
that's
Wizard,
true.
the Wizard Game Empty Beer said, I want to see a bitch's shaved asshole. So what?
He said what now? Sorry, I missed that.
He wants to see a bitch's shaved asshole. So what?
You just gotta shave it while you want to see it.
Well,
I'll show you a better pair of tits tonight than that girl has on her body, for sure.
okay, Mo, I'm gonna hold you to this.
Stockpiling this for a few years, okay? So if you're looking forward to that, trust me, you will get a tit pic tonight.
Oh yeah, all right.
Oh.
God damn it, guy. Mo, that reminds me of like back in the fucking 80s. All right, we were in the gym class locker room. We're like, oh yeah, all right, like yeah, guys, look at my dick. I got a big dick. So, anyways, there was this one girl, Candace McNamara, something like that, and she was a Jehovah's Witness. All right, so like all the good old dudes, back in the like, yeah, we got our first pubes and shit, and this one dude stood up. He's like, hey, guys, right now, between these fucking brick walls, there was that Candace chick taking off her top, getting ready for gym class. I'm like, all right. And he's like, guys, put your show of hands. Does she have big tits? I'm like, fucking yes. And you see, this is not pedophilish because, like, I was 13 at the time, and she was 13 at the time, So
How old are you?
13. That was like
Well,
back
then
in the
no.
fucking.
Yeah,
That
I
was
mean,
back
Nothing
in the
about that
80s,
makes
man.
you a pedophile, dude. You were like a 13-year-old kid getting off on the.
I don't know.
And she
We
was the
all
same
did
age.
that.
She was the same age, and she had fucking
Yeah.
huge tits.
We lucked out, dude. We were born in that generation where girls that were like our age at the time actually had tits and ass. If that makes
Yes.
us pedophiles, then I guess we're pedophiles.
Oh,
But
there
No.
were some girls in,
I mean-
in my high school that did too.
no fucking way, dude. Like I definitely was against the whole dating girls that were underage thing. But I would have been the first dude that would have told you to beat that up if we were the same age, Fuck that. Fuck
exactly.
that sensitivity
Like,
shit. Dude.
This one dude was like, hey, put your hands up if you think she has huge tits. I'm like, fuck yeah. Crazy shit. I miss the fucking 80s, man. I'm an
Dude,
old
first
fucking
chick
fart.
that I ever fucked, this is true story. was like this nasty bitch. She came there and she fucked me and my black adopted cousin. Like that was all. We were just listening to a bunch of Brother Lynch hung and like
Yeah.
drinking 40 ounces and banging this girl. And like, dude, I ended up fucking her like 3 times before the night was over with. And I put my used condoms in her pack of Dorals after I took all of her cigarettes and sent that bitch packing, you know? Like, it was one of those fucking things. Like, she wanted to hang out or some shit. And I was like, no, I gotta take a shower and go to work. I was 14. So I didn't fucking have a job at all.
Jesus
But I was like,
Christ.
yeah, I gotta take a shower and go to work. And I just fucked that chick one more time and put that used condom in her door else and then just took all the cigarettes and sent her fucking packing, dude.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
And did I feel good about it at the time? Fuck yeah, I did.
Oh fuck.
You know, if Facebook was the way it is now, I'd have posted like a Brother Lynch hung song on there and been like, fuck that bitch, took her
Yes,
money.
exactly.
Fuck
For
her.
fuck's sakes,
You
man.
know? And that was like my virginity story, though, basically.
Yeah.
I didn't have some poetic shit. Like, I hung out with my cousin and fucking double teamed this girl and fucking drank 40s and like took her shit.
Oh god. That reminds me of the time back in the good old days in high school. I was dating this chick, and she had a twin sister. All right, and holy
Oh.
good fuck. Yeah, you know where this is going, Ronald. Holy good fuck. All right, so whatever. She's like, "Hey, come to my house after, you know. I'll give you a hand job." I'm like, "All right." So fucking me, go there, take the good old fucking bus route, get their place. She's like, all right, go in there. She's there. She was fucking hot, smoking hot. Actually, I'm still good friends with her on Facebook. If you guys dig deep, you'll find out who it is. And she's all right. So she, like, whatever, pulls down my pants. I'm like, fuck, are your parents home? She's like, yeah, don't worry about them. I'm like, all right. So she starts fucking up and down, up and down. And she stops. I'm like, what's wrong? She's like, I gotta go pee. I'm like, okay. So sure enough, whatever, she comes back in, and I see difference in the hair color. I knew right away it was her fucking twin sister. You couldn't tell by the voice though. So she comes
They're
back
trying
in.
to. The hot tag went down.
Yeah,
right
I
there.
know. That's what she comes back. She's like, oh yeah, and she's like, oh, what do you think about my twin sister? I'm like,
Uh-oh.
I'm like, I know fucking, you know, I'm like, holy good fuck, all right. I'm like, oh, your twin sister, Melissa. I'm like, she's cute, you know, but you're better.
Oh shit.
Way hotter. Yeah, there you go. So, long story short, ended up in a fucking mega eruption. And, all hail twin sisters. That's all I gotta fucking say.
All right, Kroll, your turn.
Yeah, Kroll, let's go.
My first time. I was. It's boring. There's nothing exciting. I was with this girl and we wanted to have sex and like so we went out to my friend's house and he had like a basement and like we all hung out there, but he had like a sheeted area where he had a fucking mattress down, and I fucking took her there and we just fucking had sex there.
There you go. Straight to the fucking point. Lay down, spread your legs, bitch. Woo.
I mean, we had it all planned. It wasn't like just surprise sex.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Well,
And
surprise
did
is
she
sometimes
shave?
the best. So.
Ronald, did she shave?
Yeah,
Like you went down to Pound Town and it's like, oh yeah, baby.
I didn't. We just like went into the sex. Like I was a virgin too, and she was a virgin. And it just
Yeah, right, baby.
it was just a little awkward, you know.
All right. Yeah, I mean,
Not like the sex master I am now.
I don't know. What other comments you got down there in the chat, Dave?
The next girl I had
Oh,
sex
God.
with, though, we had sex behind the bushes at the VA hospital. She ended up becoming my baby's mama. She was great at sex, but man, she was bitching everything else. It's true, man. It was just like you just get to the point where the sex is just not that good, even though it was great, but just wow, it's not worth it no more.
We've definitely all been there.
Right?
Oh yeah, definitely. All right, guys, what do you think? Should we end this shit?
What's that?
I said, should we end this?
It's up to you, bro.
Oh, birdie hit the hay.
Yeah, I actually gotta get some food, so I was gonna do that like a couple hours ago, but I've been up in here fucking enjoying this shit, so
Yeah,
there you
I
go.
think I should probably hang out with my lady. Maybe we
Yeah.
could answer a final round of questions from the chat if anybody has any.
Yes. Final random question.
What is her question?
ever
Something.
fuck with a bear sniffing your tent?
Why do I like collecting video games so much? Same thing
Hmm.
that makes me want to collect anything else.
That's a good question, Joey.
I like categorizing it and archiving it for us to talk about later. That's essentially the answer to all that. Yeah.
Definitely.
I think a YouTube channel, people forget about the archiving ability of that. They think of it as more of something that they can get their personality out there and try to become like a thing, you know. And for me, it's a lot more of let's archive my thoughts on these individual things, you know, so that other people later can hear my thoughts or I can hear them myself. Yeah, you forget what you think about something after a while.
That's true.
So that's a lot of what we do, you know. I'm never trying to be like somebody you guys should watch. I'm just trying to capture shit that people should remember, I guess.
Retro Gamer asked, ever fuck with a bear sniffing your tent? No.
Yes.
That would be scary as fuck. Mo has had some experiences with some fucking bears.
Fuck that. It is one of the most vulnerable positions you can be in your life. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah.
Definitely not something for the faint of heart. And if you panic at the wrong time during something like that, you will be eaten alive. Yeah.
I can imagine.
So
I'd be like, you can't see me, like just fucking like just not even breathing barely. Like
you can do really.
That would be me, man. I mean, it just seems the reason. Like, you see a giant bear like that, you don't go screaming, you don't go running anyway. You just fucking stand still. You just like fucking that movie, Up the Paddle, with the fucking bear picked him up like a baby. And, just like that, you know. Don't fucking move. Whatever the bear wants, the bear wants. Just like you, it's yours, man. Just fucking, I ain't moving.
That was
nothing.
filmed here in Oregon, Kroll.
Yeah, I know.
See, I don't know. I think for something like this, I would rather leave the crowd with the question. You know, like, are you doing what you really want to do? Or are you fucking is like all this focus on like gaming bullshit or whatever, something that you do to avoid getting into what you really want to get into? Yeah, I mean, if you're as into this stuff as us, that's cool. But if you're into something else, you should fucking flex that shit just like you would your game and stuff, you know? You want to be one of those motherfuckers that goes out and gets into like super ultra light camping, like I'm thinking about getting into.
Yes.
Shouldn't stop you, you know, just because you
Camping
have like
is
a
the
video
best.
game collection, you know? Separate your shit. That's my best advice right there is like just learn to do You know, accept what makes you happy and do those things.
What a name.
I'm kind of over like just doing always videos about video games or like comic books or any of that stuff. You know,
You're over the comic books now?
not even that. It's just like why do we have to do just those videos?
You are the one person that doesn't do that.
Well, then it shouldn't be any surprise when we start putting out like camping videos or something.
We put out some fucking rock hounding videos.
That stuff too. I mean, it's
Yeah, like I said, every time I have a conversation with Mo, no matter what the topic is, it always goes way the fuck off topic. Sometimes then eventually comes back around, but yeah.
That means it's a good conversation right there.
It is. It is. It always is a good conversation.
I think a lot of people in our positions think they have to be into certain things, and I think that's fucking whack. You know? That's the message I would leave you guys with tonight. Like, don't do something just because you think it's going to be good for YouTube views or you think it's going to help you fit in with the rest of these fucks. Yeah. Just do something fun. Plan a camping trip.
Wizard Games and
build a log cabin in the woods. That's that type of shit that'll make you feel way better than like just chugging some beers and talking about some bullshit on one of these.
Wizard Games' empty beer can said the gaming is a release for him and it takes him back into a time when times were great. He deals with PS during the week, which is a lot of people's reason for doing it. I think
that's what it should be for.
That's good.
Not bullshit Instagram posting, not impressing these other fuck other people.
Yeah.
Definitely,
man.
Go out there and make your little. Honestly, I feel more impressed by myself when it comes to like retro gaming. When I do stuff like I did a couple weeks ago, where I have that shit where like my whole neighborhood is out there playing NES with me at like some little front yard camp, and then I end up camping out there with my nephews and playing, watching the Burbs or something. Like to me, I've succeeded at retro gaming more than most people that try to do that stuff like on the side. Yeah, I have pictures to prove it. I had the whole fucking neighborhood out there playing NES.
I used to have I used to be like one of the only people in my neighborhood that had a Nintendo. It's like everyone would just flock to my house and hang out and play video games and shit.
And there's something fun about that, like setting it up. I've always been known about that in my neighborhood. Like I'm the dude that'll set up like a bunch of old TVs and play like Phantasm for you when you're out there trying to do like 4th of July. Yeah.
I used to
like I'll play that fucking movie and have everybody sit around and enjoy it.
It's the funny thing about it is all these kids that used to come over to play, they weren't video gamers. You could tell, because they'd always do the same thing. They'd grab the controller and then start throwing it this way and that way, and
Shoot. All right, guys. I don't want to cut everybody off, but let's
You're tired of shit, dude.
Yeah, I'm tired of talk. I mean, this was a good test. I mean, so more Mo and Dave, Happy Metal Gaming coming soon. All right, guys. So
thank you, every single one of you that Jessica. Hey, what do you got to say, girl?
K&M Connection.
Jessica?
Keep doing what you love. That's all. And I like the Heavy Metal Gaming name. It's pretty fucking rad.
Yes, it's going to be good, Mo.
I like that all you guys came out and still fucked with us, even though we weren't doing like a Karki stream or some bullshit.
Yeah.
And I think it's important that we're going to go, if we're going to go forward with this, that everybody realizes that's not what it's gonna be.
Yeah,
oh no, definitely, guys. It's gonna be fucking amazing from now on.
Like I think we're gonna have some good times, so it's not gonna have anything to do with that fucking toxic Karki stream bullshit.
No, exactly. Well, this is fucking Karki free. All right, guys. All right, so Mo, we need an outro.
Well, I would say go out there, show everybody that you love something new. Even if it's weird, stop being like pungent assholes that think that you can't show the stupid things that you like to other people. That's the biggest problem in the world right now. Is everybody tries to exclude everybody else from their nerdy little hobbies, instead of building like this worldwide fucking network of people that all love the same stupid bullshit.
It's actually gotten me into loving some things that I never would have even thought of being into. So,
Oh, that's amazing.
yeah.
Yeah, we gotta read a comic book.
Yeah.
Like
That fuck yeah.
the Joker, fucking
Killing Joke.
Someone
Yeah.
shows
Joke.
you something that sucks, listen to it, because you never know. I mean, it's just embrace the world. That would be my sort of advice, is just go out there and look at whatever weird shit you can, because your life is short and the time we spend with other people is limited. So
God damn, Mo, that was fucking nice. And that's true, guys. Don't sit there on your fucking couch watching this. If you got
Wizard Games.
people,
Of course, you can say fucked up shit.
I
Wizard
mean, like,
Games, Beer Cans.
yeah, people who are watching this shit right now, please take this advice. Go out there, grab life by the you know what,
Ray by the
Well-
tits.
yeah.
I was going to say pussy, but okay.
it falls, it's pussy. You know,
Yeah, there you go.
got
All
it
right,
all
guys.
covered.
So everybody
Whatever
who,
you like.
all my special guests, once again, you're the best. All right, so we're gonna end this shit.
Thanks for having me.
Time.
Thanks for having us, too. And Mel.
Hey, thank you for being here. All right, guys. Have
All
a
right.
good night.
Later.